time for North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
2-0 to Ruff. 2-0, that one is going to be popped up center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Angel De La Cruz is going to try to score. Throw to the plate is not going to be in time. Plainsmen walk it off in the bottom of the ninth. Jalen Ruffin comes through with the RBI single to score De La Cruz. The Plainsmen have done it again.
Now let's send it to the voice of the Plainsmen, John Willis, for today's game.
Well, happy National Hot Dog Day, and welcome to Billwood Field here in North Platte, Nebraska for Game 6 of this 6-game homestand and Game 3 of this 3-game series with the Canyon County Spuds. Welcome you into our Pepsi pregame show on our Citrus 3, our online radio streaming service, our mobile app available on Android, as well as our YouTube channel. John Willis, voice of the Plainsmen, getting you ready for Game 3 between the Spuds and the Plainsmen. For North Platte, they come into this one on a roll, 3 straight wins, 2 of them on walk-offs. Another thriller last night where the Plainsmen were down by 4 2 separate times, down 4 headed into the bottom of the 8th. But more late-game heroics this time. Jalen Ruffin, the hero for North Platte, he hit the walk-off RBI single to score Angel De La Cruz, and the Plainsmen took the series last night against Canyon County. Now today they look for the sweep, and they need to keep on winning as they still stand a game back for a first half in the second half of the Nebraska Land Division, trying to clinch a playoff spot after Western Nebraska took the first half playoff spot. It's an important game for the Plainsmen here tonight. It'll be kind of a bullpen game. Plainsmen will go through a couple different pitchers here tonight trying to shut down the Canyon County Spuds. For the Spuds, they're also starting a pitcher who has not gotten a start yet this season, so might be a bullpen kind of day for both of these two teams. Coming up on our Pepsi pregame show, it's my post-game conversation from last night with head coach J.M. Kelly as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel. Your new hometown collegiate baseball team, the North Platte Plainsmen, are looking for host families for our players, coaches, and interns this summer. Players just need a safe place to come home to and will be on the road half of the season. Players will be in your home for about 35 days during the summer. Host families get free season tickets and discounts on swag and ballpark food, as well as private get-togethers at the ballpark and all the love from the Plainsmen. To find out how to host a North Platte Plainsman ball player, intern, or coach, call us at 252-1445 or visit northplatteplainsman.com for more information.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The brewmaster does only have one leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator snatched his leg right off, but he killed that alligator, kept the barley. That's why the beer is so good.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist. He had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
It's North Platte Plainsmen baseball tonight on the Plainsmen Radio Network as the Plainsmen look to sweep the Canyon County Spuds here at home. I was able to talk with head coach J.M. Kelly after an exciting 10-9 walk-off victory. He said he's just so proud of the way his team is able to continue to find ways to get wins.
I don't really know what to say. A great job by our guys. That's a total team effort. There are a couple guys in there that I took out of the game. I just felt like they weren't playing hard, and I don't know that it's them not playing hard because they don't want to be here. I think they're just mentally exhausted. I think all of us are at this point. So we just got to continue to fight through. We got one more day of this, but things like this are what make it fun and what keep you wanting to keep going. It's like, guys like, do we pinch run for Angel in that situation? No, I think Angel is probably one of our best base runners. It's a different guy every night, and sorry to keep rambling on about it, but it's a different guy every night, and that's what makes it fun, because this isn't just a team this isn't a team that's just put together around 3 or 4 guys. This is a team that's put together around a team. And that's what makes it really fun to be here and be around these guys, because there's no quit in them, and they're going to compete until you tell them they can't compete anymore.
Wanted to talk about that 8th and 9th inning. In the 8th, all your damage is done with 2 outs. After getting the first 2 batters out, you guys end up scoring 3 in that inning. And then after getting the first guy out in the 9th, you guys find a way. Angel comes through, and then Jalen there at the end. Just what can you say about, like you mentioned, your fight in your team, but how even with a couple outs in the inning, they're able to come through with big hits like that?
Well, the biggest thing I learned, or one of the biggest things I've learned mentally in hitting and pitching, really in the game of baseball overall, is that you only have to get 3 outs in an inning. And I know everybody's listening to this going, yeah, really? 3 outs? I didn't know that. But that's 33% of the time. And, you get 2 outs in an inning. That's still only 66, if you round it up, 67%. Right? That's still not passing, in our society of, you got to make a 70 to pass. So you still have 33% left of that inning. That's a lot. And I'll take my chances with 33% of that left. So, it's just understanding that when you get down to 2 outs, the inning's not over yet. Just because you get 2 outs quick doesn't mean that you're going to get the 3rd one right away. You've got to make every single one of those outs as difficult as possible, and our guys did a really good job of that tonight.
What did you see pitching-wise? You had a couple guys that maybe didn't have some of their best stuff tonight, but you had Oswald come in. He threw 3 really good innings for you. Preston Davis, you think about if he doesn't shut out the top of the 9th like he did, maybe things end up differently. So just what can you say about your pitching staff here tonight?
Just a great job of keeping us in the game. We knew coming into this game it was going to be tough. Tomorrow's going to be the same way. We knew coming into this that today was going to be tough. But that goes back to yesterday. Butterfield gives us a great start, and Shepard comes in and does what he does. So it lined us up for today to be able to bring those guys out of the pen. And then tomorrow, I say that it's going to be the same. It's really not, because we've still got our every guy out of our pen is good in their own way, but we've got 2 guys that have been consistent for us all year long coming out of the pen tomorrow. So, I still feel really good about that. And these guys today, that can't be overlooked. Brock coming in doing what he does. Zach Reed, and he's fine, by the way. Just kind of an oblique strain, but he'll be just fine. We'll give him a couple of days. But, everybody that came in, Garrett Oswald, this is his last night with us until we'll have him for one night in Laramie on that trip. But just a really good job all the way around by these guys to compete and, keep us in the game.
3 straight really kind of not stressful, but really close, kind of come from behind wins with that thriller with Nebraska prospects, the walk-off hit by pitch last night. You guys scored 2 in the 8th, and then here another come from behind win. So what are the emotions like after this, and what do you want to see from your guys tomorrow?
We've got to still stick with it. Every one of these games is crucial at this point, and we've got to find a way to win every single one of these games we play. I started out on this stretch. We needed to go like 15-5, and now at this point we're looking at, I feel like if we go 6-3, we're going to be in really good shape after tonight. So, excuse me. It gives us an opportunity, gives us a little breathing room. Obviously, we still need some other things to happen in the league, but if we can continue to take care of our business, continue to win series, then I really like our odds and our chances when we get to the end of the season.
Big thanks to Coach Kelly for talking to me after last night's game. Coming up, I'll rejoin you from Billwood Field. Get your starting lineups and first pitch as we bring you Game 3 between Canyon County and North Platte. This is North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Hello, this is...
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident.
John Willis back with you on our Pepsi pregame show as we get you ready for first pitch between the Plainsmen and the Spuds. In Game 3 of this 3-game weekday series, it's the 14th game in 13 straight days for North Platte. They will finally get an off day tomorrow before heading to Hastings for the 3-game weekend series out at Duncan Field. Well, let's meet the starting lineups here on our Pepsi pregame show. First, for the Canyon County Spuds, Zachary Schwartzberg. He'll be leading off. He's at shortstop. Lucas Danielwicks, he's batting second. He'll be in right field. Owen Bischoff, he is batting third. He will be in center field, so not a whole lot of changes in the top three. Tyler Stone, after getting a day off yesterday, he's back in the lineup, the league leader in RBIs. He's batting cleanup and at first base. Peyton Flynn, he'll be doing the DHing and batting fifth. Tyler Miller, who the Plainsmen have not seen this season, he will be catching after Mandeville caught for 2 straight games. Dawson Barricani, he'll be batting seventh. He's at third base. Joshua Quinn is eighth. He will be at second base, and then rounding out the starting 9 will be Matthew Mandeville, who will be in left field instead of catching tonight. Mandeville was hot yesterday, 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. He's getting the start in that 9 spot. So again, for Canyon County, it's Schwartzberg, Danielwicks, Bischoff, Stone, Flynn, Miller, Barricani, Quinn, and Mandeville. Getting the start on the hill will be Clay Rickerman, the 6-foot right-hander from Granada Hills, California. He plays college ball at Cal Lutheran, 1-3 record for Rickerman on this season. This will be his 17th total appearance, but his first start. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Plainsmen. A.J. Lawston will be leading off. He is at shortstop. Drew Sturgeon making his final start as a Plainsman. He will be batting second in center field. Connor Higgs also making his final start as a Plainsman. He'll be batting third and in left field. So those are the 2 last game for these 2 players. Angel De La Cruz, he'll be batting cleanup. He'll be at first base. Connor Flagg is batting fifth. He is doing the catching duties. Oscar Stark is batting sixth. He'll be at second base. Sage McMinn, he bats seventh. He'll be at third base. Miles Proctor getting his 3rd start of the season. He'll be batting 8th in right field. And then Braden Hendricks will round out the starting 9, getting his first start as a Plainsman. He'll be doing the DHing. Getting the start on the hill will be Billy Humphrey, the 6-foot right-hander from Beatrice, Nebraska, getting his 14th total appearance and also his first start. Uniform combination for the Plainsmen there in their black screen lettering, white pants, and the green caps with the Plainsman logo. For the Spuds there in their all grays with half blue and purple lettering, the black caps, and the Spuds logo. For the umpires, it'll be Isaac Glantz. He'll be calling the balls and strikes behind the plate, and then Brady Harrison will be in the field. And to wrap up our Pepsi pregame show, coming up, it's first pitch from North Platte as we bring you North Platte Plainsman baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Review today.
Hey, this is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's? Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte, order online at Domino's.com, or call us at 308-534-0400. That's 308-534-0400. Domino's, oh yes we did.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery, we're here to help. Some of the services available by our providers include, but aren't limited to, the care and treatment of corns, calluses, and warts, custom-made orthodontics, diabetic foot care, arthritis, reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, foot and ankle trauma, fungal nails, ingrown toenails, heel and arch pain, pediatric foot care, sports injuries, and wound care. Visit us at 815 South Maple Street in North Platte. Phone number 308-532-3600. Again, 308-532-3600.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
One thing's for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation when you travel locally or across the country. Adventure to great places.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing
Just about ready here for a first pitch between the Plainsmen and the Spuds in Game 3 of this 3-game weekday set between North Platte and Canyon County. For the Plainsmen, they now lead this series 5 games to nothing. They'll be looking for the series sweep and the season sweep over Canyon County here tonight. Let's meet the starting pitcher. It's Billy Humphrey, the 6-foot right-hander from Beatrice, Nebraska. Played with Northern Oklahoma College this last year. This upcoming year, he'll be playing for Butler Junior College. Humphrey, 5-1 on the season, a 4.55 ERA, 13 appearances, all out of the bullpen. So this is his first start of the season. He's pitched 27 2/3 innings, 16 runs, 14 of them earned, on 30 hits, 35 strikeouts, and 11 walks. His longest outing of the season was June 3rd against the Western Nebraska Pioneers, where he went 4 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. That's his longest of the year. He also has pitched against Canyon County back on May 28th, where he went 3 innings, 7 runs, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 4 walks in that one. Let's take a look at how the Plainsmen will line up defensively. Connor Higgs, he will line up in left field for North Platte. Drew Sturgeon is in center. Miles Proctor making his 3rd straight start with North Platte. He will be in right. Sage McMinn is at 3rd with A.J. Loston at short. Oscar Stark stands at 2nd base. Angel De La Cruz is at 1st, and Connor Flagg is behind the plate. Again, it'll be Schwartzberg, Daniel Wicks, and Bischoff to lead things off here in the top of the first. Spuds have dropped a couple tough ones. They were up 1-0 from the top of the 5th all the way to the bottom of the 8th. In Game 1, they ended up giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to the Plainsmen, who ended up winning that game. And then last night, Game 2, they were up 9-5 heading into the bottom of the 8th, and the Plainsmen ended up winning that one by a final score of 10-9. Zachary Schwartzberg ready to lead things off here in the top of the first for Canyon County. Canyon County 21-23 on the year, 7-10 in the second half, 3.5 games back of first place in the second half of 11-7 Badlands. Humphrey looks on to Schwartzberg to lead off this top of the first in Game 3 of this 3-game set between the Plainsmen and the Spuds. As Humphrey comes set ready for the first pitch here to Schwartzberg. He comes set, first pitch on its way. That one is going to hit him in the head. And Schwartzberg is down. Appears to be okay. He gets up. So that one hit him in the back of the head. Appears to be all right. He will run it off over to first base. It's a leadoff base runner for Canyon County here in the top of the first. First pitch tonight brought to you by North Platte Telegraph. First pitch was at 6:37. It's 95 degrees here in North Platte. Humidity at 22%. Winds blowing from right to left field at 5 miles per hour. The flag is barely moving out in center, so not much of wind tonight in this game between the Plainsmen and the Spuds. As Brady Harrison is doing a little concussion check of Schwartzberg over on first before we resume action, making sure that he is good to go. Always a scary play to see. They will give him the all clear, so Schwartzberg will be at first. Leadoff hit by pitch here in the top of the first, as this will bring up Lucas Danielwicks, the right-hander out of Southern Illinois University. So Danielwicks stands in after the leadoff hit by pitch here in the top of the first. As Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch to Danielwicks. That one is going to be lined into center field. Coming up and making the catch is Drew Sturgeon. And one gone now here in the top of the first. So Owen Bischoff will now stand in. Bischoff, the right-hander out of Yakima Valley, stands in after the leadoff hit by pitch by Schwartzberg, and then Danielwicks with a fly out to center field. So Bischoff stands in after the fly out by Danielwicks. Again, Schwartzberg sitting in the back of the head on the first pitch from Humphrey. He appears to be okay, though, over at first base. He got checked out by the field umpire, Brady Harrison, as the first pitch is a strike to Owen Bischoff. No balls and one strike. The count will start from Billy Humphrey to Bischoff. Bischoff is 7 for 18 against the Plainsmen this season. He had 3 singles in the contest yesterday. Had 2 strikeouts in his first 2 appearances, but then 2 strikeouts since. That one will miss. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike from Billy Humphrey to Owen Bischoff. So 1-1, righty to righty with 1 gone, and Schwartzberg leading away from first. Bischoff, the right-hander, standing in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Humphrey comes set. Schwartzberg will take off for second. 1-1 is going to be grounded and through into right field, as Oscar Stark was coming to cover the stolen base, and so he wasn't ready for that grounder. Schwartzberg gets all the way to third. And so now runners at the corners with nobody out here, or with 1 out here in the top of the first. First hit of the ball game for Canyon County, as now in will step Tyler Stone, the left-hander out of Gonzaga. And we mentioned him a lot. He is the league leader in RBIs this season. So the first pitch to him will miss low and out. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start. Tyler Stone also 3rd in the league in home runs. He has been really good. 6 home runs, 41 RBIs for Tyler Stone. He's 9 for 18 against the Plainsmen. He had yesterday off. He was 2 for 3 with 2 singles in game 1. Check swing, stolen base for Owen Bischoff, is no throw from flag with a runner at third. So now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 gone in the top of the first. So 2 balls and no strikes. The count will start to Tyler Stone. Stone trying to put the Spuds up early in the top of the first. 2 balls, no strikes. Humphrey comes set. 2-0 to Tyler Stone, the left-hander. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Humphrey. 2-0 will be swung on and missed. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike from Humphrey to Stone. Runners at second and third, with 1 gone in the top of the first. Again, Canyon County trying to capitalize early here and put some runs on the board. 2 balls, 1 strike. Humphrey comes set. Here's the 2-1 to Stone. 2-1, that one is going to be lined into right. Miles Proctor will chase after it. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third and scoring is Schwartzberg. And the Spuds lead this one 1-0 here in the top of the first. So sacrifice fly to score Schwartzberg. It's 1-0. It's Tyler Stone just doing a job there for Canyon County. And for the second straight night, the Spuds will jump on the Plainsmen early. They led 1-0 after the top of the first last night as well. Peyton Flynn now stands in, the right-hander out of Washington State. Flynn was set to get yesterday off, but then took over for Mason Levitt, who had to be helped off the field. As Flynn stands in with 2 gone, a runner on second. Kind of tries to check swing, but he went too far. No balls and 1 strike, the count will start. Flynn, 1 for 17 against North Platte this season. He stands in with 2 gone, and Owen Bischoff standing at second, who singled and now stole a base. No balls and 1 strike. Humphrey comes set. Here's the 0-1. 0-1 swung on, fouled back to the backstop, so it's now no balls and 2 strikes. So Spuds jump ahead early here in the top of the first off the sacrifice fly by Tyler Stone. His first game back after getting yesterday off. No balls and 2 strikes from Humphrey to Flynn. Humphrey looks on. He now comes set righty to righty with 2 gone here in the top of the first. Here's the 0-2 from Humphrey. 0-2 fouled back to the screen, so spoiled off by Flynn. So count will remain no balls and 2 strikes from Humphrey to Flynn. Can Plainsmen lead this series 2-0, the season series 5-0. Trying to get the sweep here tonight against Canyon County, but Canyon County jumping ahead early here in the top of the first. They did the same thing yesterday as well. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Humphrey, 0-2 again, spoiled off by Flynn. So count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2, Humphrey to Flynn. Flynn, the 5-hitter who's doing the DHing tonight for Canyon County. So a couple straight foul balls by Flynn to keep this at-bat alive with Billy Humphrey. As Humphrey looks on. Comes set, no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 will miss low. So count will now move 1 ball and 2 strikes. Couple pitches to work with here for Humphrey. Trying to get Flynn to chase. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the top of the first. Spuds leading 1-0. Humphrey comes set with Bischoff leading away from second. Here's the 1-2. 1-2 fastball, called strike 3. And that'll be it for the Spuds in the top of the first. But the Spuds take the lead on the sacrifice fly by Stone. They score 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. They end up leaving 1 on base. Led to the bottom of the first, 2 up for North Platte will be Lawston, Sturgeon, and Higgs. After half an inning, Spuds lead this one 1-0. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Casey Wenzel, the marketing and promotions intern for the North Platte Plainsmen. You know us, we're Jimmy John's. Stop by your trusted sandwich shop in the North Platte area at 410 East Leota Street. We offer delivery, pickup, and in-store eating. Choose from our wide variety of sandwiches where you get to decide how the sandwich is made. Order a combo and get some chips and a thirst-quenching drink. Call us at 308-532-8000. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or stop by. Jimmy John's, where we get you your sandwiches freaky fast.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows? It all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Back here for the bottom of the first, the Spuds take an early 1-0 lead as we resume action here from Billwood Field on the sacrifice fly by Tyler Stone. Let's meet the starting pitcher. It's Clay Rickerman, the 6-foot right-hander from Granada Hills, California. He plays his college ball at Cal Lutheran. 1-3 Rickerman is on the season, a 2.61 ERA. 16 appearances, none of them starts. This is his first start here tonight. He's pitched 31 innings, 9 runs, 27 hits, and a 29-3 strikeout to walk ratio. His last appearance was against these Plainsmen on July 18th in the 2-1 loss, where he went 2 1/3, 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. He took that loss in the 2-1 Plainsmen victory. Longest that Rickerman has gone this season is 3 innings. He's done that 4 times this season, as this is his first start of the season. So look at the Spuds lineup defensively. Matthew Mandeville, he'll be out in left with Owen Bischoff in center. Luke Quinn at second. Tyler Stone at first. And Tyler Miller is behind the plate. A.J. Lawston will lead things off here for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the first, with the Spuds leading this one 1-0. Lawston, the left-hander, who will be going to St. John's. It's 3 straight left-handers to lead off this bottom of the first for North Platte, with Lawston, Sturgeon, and Higgs. 5 of the 9 in the Plainsmen batting order are left-handers. As Lawston looks on to lead off this bottom of the first, with the Plainsmen trailing 1-0 to the Canyon County Spuds, as Rickerman looks on, ready for the first pitch here to A.J. Lawston. First pitch on its way, fastball strike, no balls and 1 strike. The count will start to A.J. Lawston. Lawston, 9 games. This is his 10th start as a Plainsman. He's batting .273. 3 RBIs so far for him. He scored 10 runs so far this season for North Platte. 0-1, swung on and missed. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. Lawston is 2 for 7 against Canyon County, with 2 singles and 1 strikeout. Left-hander leads things off here in the bottom of the first for North Platte. No balls and 2 strikes from Rickerman to Loston to lead off this bottom of the first with the Spuds leading 1-0. Rickerman looks on. Here's the 0-2. The 0-2 will skip in the dirt. Well in front of the plate, so count now moves 1 ball and 2 strikes from Clay Rickerman to A.J. Loston. Plainsmen coming into this one with a record of 28-15. They are 15-10 here at Billwood Field, 11-5 in the second half. But still 1 game back from 11-3 Fremont. Fremont currently playing in a doubleheader with Hastings. 1-2 off speed will ring up Loston, and the leadoff batter is gone here in the bottom of the first. So leadoff strikeout for Clay Rickerman, and now this will bring up Drew Sturgeon. Sturgeon, the left-hander out of Central Arkansas. He is at center field defensively. Left-hander will stand in after the leadoff strikeout to A.J. Loston. So Rickerman looks on to Sturgeon after the leadoff strikeout to Loston. Rickerman comes set, ready for the first pitch to Sturgeon. First pitch, he is saying it nicked him in the elbow, but Isaac Lands, the home plate umpire, will not agree. So 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start to Drew Sturgeon, and now he'll call time and go talk with the field umpire, Brady Harrison. As Sturgeon looked back, expecting for it to be called a hit by pitch, as he thought it hit him in the right elbow. So now the 2 umpires talking, and now they will give him the base. So the call is overturned. Sturgeon will head to first as he is grazing the elbow. So now a 1-out base runner for North Platte, and this will bring up Connor Higgs. Higgs, the left-hander, in 23 games, still batting .519. 10 doubles, 1 triple, and 23 RBIs for Connor Higgs, which is now 3rd on the team behind Giancarlo Servine, who's no longer with North Platte, and Connor Flagg. Flagg with 25. They will try to pick off Sturgeon for the first pitch to Connor Higgs. Higgs, who had a magnificent night last night. He was 3 for 5 with 3 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Left-hander out of Louisiana Lafayette stands in with 1 gone, and Sturgeon standing at first after he was grazed in the elbow. First pitch off speed is in there for a strike to Connor Higgs. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Clay Rickerman to Connor Higgs. For Connor Higgs, he is not eligible to be in the top players in the league in batting average, but he's played 23 games and batting .519. So he is among the lead best in hitting this season. It's no balls and 1 strike from Rickerman to Higgs. They check back on Sturgeon at first. Rickerman now gets his sign. They will again try to pick off Sturgeon. And again, an unsuccessful attempt. 3 pickoffs, only 1 pitch so far from Clay Rickerman to Connor Higgs. Rickerman looks on, no balls and 1 strike. He now comes set with Sturgeon leading away from first. Here's the 0-1. 0-1 skied up, right field. Long run for the right fielder, Daniel Wicks. He will make the catch just in front of the warning track. Sturgeon will tag from first. He is in there. 2 gone, and now a runner at second for North Platte. So with 2 outs, this will bring up Angel De La Cruz. De La Cruz, the right-hander out of UT Rio Grande Valley. He was set to get an off day yesterday, but came in. He went 2 for 2 with a triple and the game-tying RBI double. It scored A.J. Loston in the bottom of the 9th to tie it at 9, and then Jalen Ruffin, of course, came in to give the Plainsmen the victory last night in that thrilling 10-9 win for North Platte. Clay Rickerman looks on with 2 gone. Sturgeon at second after he advanced on a long flyout by Higgs. And now De La Cruz stands in. First pitch, late swing by Angel De La Cruz, so no balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Clay Rickerman to De La Cruz. Spuds leading it 1-0 here in the bottom of the first after the sacrifice fly by Tyler Stone. Plainsmen trying to answer with a runner in scoring position. No balls, 1 strike. Coming set is Rickerman. The 0-1 to Angel De La Cruz. 0-1, that one is going to be lined into center, but taking a couple steps to his right and making the catch is Owen Bischoff. And that'll be it for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Plainsmen end up leaving one on base. Led to the top of the second, due up for Canyon County. It'll be Miller, Barricani, and Quinn. After one complete, the Spuds lead this one 1-0. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
7 days a week.
Joe Bob Sugarmaker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything Western. Boots, hats, shirts, jeans, jewelry, even that fancy Yellowstone cologne, so you can smell like a cowboy and not the horse he rode in on. KJ's Boots and Western Wear. Just off the I-80 interchange in Hershey.
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
Welcome to Scottsbluff County. From Scottsbluff National Monument to Chimney Rock, we are Nebraska's landmark country and a whole lot more. From our bountiful selection of scenic golf courses, our world-class zoo, the breathtaking Lake Minnetonka, and our family-friendly community events, we have something for you and your family year-round. Come visit Nebraska like you've never seen it. Your next experience awaits you in Scottsbluff County.
One complete here from Billwood Field in North Platte. Spuds leading this one 1-0, trying to salvage one of this 3-game weekday series with the Plainsmen. Plainsmen took games 1 and 2 by winning by 1 run, 2-1 in game 1, 10-9 in game 2. Both of them come from behind victories for North Platte. Billy Humphrey comes on ready for his second inning of work, where he'll face 6, 7, and 8 with Tyler Miller, Dawson Barricani, and Joshua Quinn as the Plainsmen lead this one 1-0 as we resume action here in the top of the second. For Tyler Miller, that's a player that the Plainsmen have not seen so far this season, even in that first series back out in Caldwell, Idaho. Last warm-up pitch for Humphrey has concluded. We are ready for a ball here in the top of the second, with the Spuds leading this one 1-0 as we resume action here in the top of the second. Tyler Miller, the left-hander, stands in to lead things off here in the top of the second. Miller is batting .185 on the season with 2 doubles, 1 home run, 8 RBIs, and 9 runs scored for Canyon County. One of 2 left-handers in the lineup tonight for the Spuds. Plainsmen have 5. First pitch off speed, a strike, no balls, and 1 strike. The count will start from Billy Humphrey to Tyler Miller. So 0-1 from Humphrey to Miller to lead off this top half of the second inning, with the Spuds leading 1-0 over North Platte. 1-0 fastball misses up. Count will even out, 1 ball and 1 strike. 0-1 fastball misses up. It's now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike from Humphrey to Miller. Miller doing the catching duties and batting 6th for Canyon County tonight. The 1-1 pitch to him. Check swing, it'll miss up. And Miller did not go. So it's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Billy Humphrey to Tyler Miller. 2-1 from Humphrey to Miller to lead off this top half of the second. 2-1 from Humphrey, skied up. First base side, just along the first base line. De La Cruz will drop it. He had it in his sight, slipped a little bit at the end. It'll be an E3. And Miller reaches. Plainsmen, a team who recently have been dealing with a good amount of errors. Yesterday, even in the 10-9 victory, they committed 3. They've committed at least 1 in their last good 4 or 5 games. They committed 4 back on the 16th in that 8-5 loss against the Prospects. In steps Dawson Barricani, the right-hander out of Mesa Community College. First pitch will miss in. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start to Dawson Barricani. Barricani against the Plainsmen this season. He's 0 for 7 with 5 strikeouts and 5 walks. but he has yet to find his first hit against North Platte this season. 1 ball and no strikes. Humphrey comes set. 1-0 to Baracani. 1-0 will Connie, the 7-hitter, who's at third base defensively for Canyon County. 2 balls and no strikes. The count will start from Billy Humphrey to Dawson Baracani. Humphrey looks on at Tyler Miller at first. He now comes set. Here's the 2-0. 2-0, grounded sharply off the foot of Humphrey. It'll end up in right field. Rounding second, going to third is Miller, and now runners at the corners. Nobody out in the top of the second. Go down as a hit for Canyon County. Just unfortunately went off the leg of Billy Humphrey. So now it'll be Joshua Quinn who stands in. It's an opportunity for Canyon County to add on here in the top of the second. After that sharp liner goes off the foot of Humphrey into right field. Joshua Quinn, the 8-hitter, the right-hander from Cal Lutheran, stands in with nobody out and runners at the corners for Canyon County in the top of the second. Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch to Quinn. First pitch off speed will just catch the bottom part of the strike zone. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Billy Humphrey to Joshua Quinn. And Spuds leading this one 1-0 in the top of the second. As Humphrey looks on, he now comes set. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 to Quinn. 0-1, chopped grounder off his foot. It goes foul. So count is no balls and 2 strikes from Humphrey to Quinn. 0-2, nobody out, and 2 on. Spuds already leading 1-0, trying to add on for the Plainsmen. They've played at least 1 game in the last 13 days, played a doubleheader last Sunday, and this is the last of their longest stretch of the season. So no balls and 2 strikes. Humphrey comes set. Here's the 0-2. 0-2, swung on, lined into center field. Drew Sturgeon takes a couple steps to his left. He'll make the catch. Tagging is Miller from third. He will score. And it's now 2-0, Spuds in the top of the second. So 2 runs for Canyon County have now scored on a sacrifice fly. As staying put at first was Baracani. And now in steps Matthew Mandeville, the right-hander out of Cal State East Bay. Mandeville was hot yesterday, 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs for the Spuds yesterday. His only out was a ground out to short in the 5th. As Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch to Matthew Mandeville with 1 on and 1 gone. High fastball swung on and missed. They try to pick it back to first, but Baracani's back in there sliding. Just got back in there safely. So counter starts, no balls and 1 strike. So sacrifice fly by Joshua Quinn as the Spuds now lead it 2-0 here in the top of the second. No balls and 1 strike. Humphrey looks on to Matthew Mandeville, the 9-hitter. Here's the 0-1. 0-1, swung on and missed. It's now no balls and 2 strikes from Billy Humphrey to Matthew Mandeville, trying to limit the damage here in the top of the second after runners at the corners, nobody out. Now 1 gone and a runner on first. No balls and 2 strikes. Humphrey looks on with Baracani leading away from first. Here's the 0-2 to Mandeville. 0-2, swung on and missed. They'll pick it back to first again. It's the second strikeout for Billy Humphrey, and now 2 gone in the top of the second. So with 2 gone, this will bring up Zachary Schwartzberg. So it's back to the top of the order for Canyon County. And Schwartzberg was hit by that scary pitch to lead off the top of the first that hit him in the back of the head, but he is good to go. He scored the first run of the game for Canyon County. The right-hander stands in with 2 gone and Baracani leading away from first. Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch to Schwartzberg. First pitch, fastball strike. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Billy Humphrey to Zachary Schwartzberg. Spuds leading it 2-0 in the top of the second. Trying to grab game 3 of this 3-game set. No balls, 1 strike. Humphrey comes set. The 0-1 to Schwartzberg is going to be fouled off first base side. So count no balls and 2 strikes. Righty to righty with 2 gone in the top of the second. Spuds leading it 2-0. No balls and 2 strikes. Righty to righty. with Schwartzberg standing in. Humphrey comes set, 0-2. Baracani leading away from first. The 0-2 pitch. Spoiled off. He fouls it back to the backstop, so count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 from Humphrey to Schwartzberg. Humphrey's now pitched an inning and 2/3, trying to make it through 2 innings here and send it back to his offense in the bottom of the second. No balls and 2 strikes. Humphrey looks on. Baracani leading away from first. Humphrey now comes set. Here's the 0-2. 0-2 popped up foul and out of play on the first base side. So count will remain no balls and 2 strikes from Billy Humphrey to Zachary Schwartzberg. And Schwartzberg led off the first by pitch and scored. As count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes from Humphrey to Schwartzberg. 0-2, Humphrey comes set. 0-2 again, spoiled off by Schwartzberg, and the long at bat between Humphrey and Schwartzberg continue. Plainsmen with an off day tomorrow, and then they are back off to Hastings this weekend for a 3-game weekend series, or they come back home for their last home series of the year against the Prospects. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is going to hit him again. Schwartzberg has now been hit twice tonight. That one in the back. So he will now head to first.
Right here, Lily. Eddie, do you want anything?
So Schwartzberg stands at first, Baracani at second. Again, second time that Schwartzberg has been hit. Daniel Wick stands in with 2 gone and 2 on for Canyon County in the top of the second. Humphrey looks on to Lucas Daniel Wicks, who's 0 for 1. He flew out to center in his first appearance. Schwartzberg gives the all clear to the field umpire Brady Harrison that he is good to go. So Humphrey looks on to Daniel Wicks, still a chance for the Plainsmen to get out of it here in the top of the second. Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch to Lucas Daniel Wicks. First pitch lined sharply and through into left center for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring is Baracani. It's now 3-0. So 3-0 after the RBI single by Lucas Daniel Wicks. This will now bring up Owen Bischoff, who is 1 for 1 with a single in this one. Bischoff stands in with 2 gone and still 2 on. Here in the top of the second, Spuds now leading it 3-0. Humphrey looks on, comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Owen Bischoff. He comes set. First pitch, late on that one. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Billy Humphrey to Owen Bischoff. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Canyon County have scored 2 here. 1 off the sac fly by Quinn, and then the RBI single by Lucas Daniel Wicks. 0-1, it'll miss up. Count now moves 1 ball and 1 strike from Humphrey to Bischoff. Canyon County trying to get 1 here, as they are 3.5 games back of first in the Great Plains division. Only 2 games back, as that one is in there for a strike. And we'll move to 1-2. They are 2 games back of 10-9 Spearfish, as Badlands cannot clinch the second half technically. They can still win it, they just wouldn't get both half playoff spots, as that has to go to someone else. So the real competition in that Great Plains division is between Spearfish and Canyon County, as that one is fouled off by Bischoff, fouls it back to the backstop. So count still 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 from Humphrey to Bischoff, with the Spuds leading it 3-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Humphrey looks on to Bischoff. Humphrey comes set, 1-2. Here's the pitch. 1-2 will miss little low and in. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, righty to righty with 2 gone, 2 on at first and second for the Spuds in the top of the second. Humphrey comes set. The 2-2 to Bischoff. Will miss low. Count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So count is full from Humphrey to Bischoff. Bischoff, the 3-hitter, getting his second cuts of this one here in the top of the second. He is the 7th batter to come to the plate for Canyon County in the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Humphrey comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2 will miss low. It's a walk and the bases are loaded.
Now batting for the Spuds, the first baseman, number 34, Tyler Stone.
In steps Tyler Stone, who had a sacrifice fly RBI in his first appearance in the top of the first. The left-hander stands in, ready for his second appearance of this one. He will face Humphrey with the bases loaded. So Humphrey looks on to Stone with 2 gone here in the top of the second. Humphrey comes set. First pitch to Stone. Will miss out. As now Connor Flagg, the catcher, will come out and talk with Humphrey, who after going up 1-2 to Bischoff has just struggled to find the zone since then. As 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start from Bailey Humphrey to Tyler Stone. Schwartzberg stands at third, who was hit by a pitch. RBI single for Daniel Wicks to score Barricani, and then Bischoff was walked on a full count. It's a quick mound meeting between Humphrey and Stone. Stone now the 8th batter to come to the plate for the Spuds in the top of the second. 1 ball, no strikes. Humphrey looks on to Stone. Comes set, 1-0. 1-0, big hack and a miss. So count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike from Humphrey to Stone. 1-1, righty to lefty. Humphrey comes set, 1-1 with 2 gone. And a balk will be called. So a run will score. It's now 4-0. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Runners at second and third, 4-0 Canyon County. 1 ball, 1 strike. Humphrey comes set. The 1-1 to Stone. Swung on and missed. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes from Billy Humphrey to Tyler Stone. 1-2, righty to lefty with 2 gone. 3 runs have come across for Canyon County here in the top of the second. Humphrey looks on, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses up. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes from Billy Humphrey to Tyler Stone. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners in scoring position for the Spuds here in the top of the second, who have already scored 3 here in the inning. 2-2 is spoiled off by Stone, so count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2, Humphrey to Stone. Just trying to find the final out and get out of this what has been a pretty disastrous inning for North Platte. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Humphrey, the right-hander, comes set. Here's the 2-2. Again misses up. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. Humphrey to Stone. Again, another count where Humphrey was ahead. 1-2 in this one. Humphrey comes set with the full count. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2, line into right field. It's down for a base hit. 1 run will score. They will send another runner. Throw to the plate is going to be cut off. 2 runs score. It's 6-0.
Now batting for the Spuds, the designated hitter, number 10, Peyton Flynn.
Head coach J.M. Kelly will come out. go to the bullpen. We'll get a pitching change here. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Tommy B from the Nebraska Athletic Club here in North Platte, Nebraska. And I want
Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse our new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte, or call us at 308-532-8400. That's 308-532-8400.
Toyota, let's go places.
Here at Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef, ranch-raised, grain-finished Nebraska beef.
Hi, this is Tommy B from the Nebraska Athletic Club here in North Platte, Nebraska. And I want to welcome you to
Runs a pitching change here. 2 runs us in North Platte. The start is over for Bailey Humphrey. He ends up going an inning and 2/3, 6 runs. There's 1 more on the base path that would be his responsibility. 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 2 hit batters, both Zachary Schwartzberg. Into the game will come Caleb Bunch. Bunch will take the place of Bailey Humphrey here in the top of the second, with the Plainsmen trailing in this one 6-0. It's been all Canyon County so far in this one. Caleb Bunch comes into the game, the 6'6" right-hander out of Keller, Texas, plays his college ball with Ranger Junior College. Caleb Bunch, 14 appearances, 2 starts. He's pitched 37 1/3, 19 runs, 16 of them earned, 45 hits, 28 strikeouts, and 8 walks. He has a 3-1 record, 3 saves, and a 3.85 ERA. Right-hander stands in. He'll face Peyton Flynn, the 9th batter to come to the inning for Canyon County. Flynn will stand in with 2 gone and Tyler Stone standing at first after his 2 RBI single. Flynn 0 for 1 and with a strikeout so far in this one. The tall right-hander stands in with 2 gone and Stone at first. Bunch comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Peyton Flynn. First pitch from Bunch. Swung on, popped up foul territory, first base side. It'll get out of play. No balls and 1 strike. The count will begin from Caleb Bunch to Peyton Flynn. So no balls, 1 strike, righty to righty, with 2 gone in the top of the second. That one is chased in the dirt. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 from Bunch to Flynn, trying to just get out of the inning without anything else coming across for Canyon County. So they have scored 5 here in the second. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. 0-2 fastball misses up. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes from Caleb Bunch to Peyton Flynn. 1-2, righty to righty with 2 gone here in the top of the second. Plainsmen trailing 6-0. Bunch looks on with Stone leading away from first. He now comes set. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch on its way. 1-2 will miss low and out. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 from Bunch to Flynn. Flynn again, the 9th batter to come to the plate for Canyon County in the top of the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bunch comes set. 2-2 to Flynn. 2-2, slow roller to short. Louston will have it bounce a little bit. The throw is off the bag. It's another error. So now the Spuds have officially batted around here in the second, as the 10th batter of the inning will come to the plate with Tyler Miller, who reached on an error and scored in his first appearance in this inning. Right-hander stands in with 2 gone, runners at first and second here in the top of the second. Bunch comes set. First pitch to will just miss in. 1 ball and no strikes is not Tyler Miller. This is Chase Burke. Will be taking the place of Tyler Miller here in the top of the second. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Bunch. 1-0 is swung on and missed by Burke. Count leaving out 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, righty to righty. Stone leading away from second with Flynn from first. 1-1. Here's the pitch from Bunch. 1-1, check swing, it'll miss low. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh! They will say that the check swing went, so count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2, righty to righty. Bunch comes set. Here's the 1-2 to Burke. 1-2, it misses up. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burke, the right-hander out of Mesa Community College. He was 0 for 5 yesterday with a couple flyouts, a strikeout. He's now 0 for 13 against the Plainsmen this season with 6 total strikeouts. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bunch comes set. Here's the 2-2 to Burke. 2-2, line sharply. It's through into left field for another base hit. Stone will stay put at third. The bases are loaded.
Now batting from the Spuds, the third baseman, number 5, Dawson Barricani.
So Barricani will come in for his second at bat of the inning with the bases loaded. Barricani, another right-hander out of Mesa Community College, is 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. Bunch comes set, ready for the first pitch with the bases loaded and 2 outs. First pitch off speed will catch the bottom part of the strike zone to Barricani. No balls and 1 strike, the count will start. 0-1 from Bunch to Barricani. Barricani, the 7-hitter, coming in with 2 gone here in the top of the second. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 is swung on and missed. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. Barricani now the 11th player to bat here in the top of the second for Canyon County. No balls, 2 strikes. Bunch looks on. He now comes set. The 0-2 pitch will miss low. Count is now 1-2 from Bunch to Barricani. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Bases juice. Stone is at third, Flynn at second, and Tyler Miller is standing at first. Bases juice, 2 gone. Spuds up 6-0. One ball, 2 strikes. A pitch from Bunch. It'll miss up. 2-2 now the count. Just trying to find an out here in the second. A lot of this damage has been done with 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bunch looks on, shakes off a couple pitches. Now he comes set. 2-2 on its way. Will miss low. Count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes from Bunch to Barricani. Three and 2, righty to righty with 2 gone. Plainsman just trying to find it out to stop the bleeding here in the top of the second. Payoff pitch by Bunch. It'll skip in the dirt. It'll walk in a run. It's now 7-0.
Now batting for the Spuds, the second baseman, number 26, Joshua Quinn.
That run will go to the credit of Billy Humphrey. He ends up going an inning and 2/3, 7 runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and 2 hit batters. It's now the rest of the base runners on the base pass will be the responsibility of Caleb Bunch. Joshua Quinn stands in with the bases loaded, 2 gone. Spuds up 7-0. Quinn, a sacrifice fly in his first appearance in the top of the second. Still is the top of the second as he's now the 12th batter to come to the plate. First pitch misses up. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Caleb Bunch to Joshua Quinn. 1-0, righty to righty, 2 gone. Plainsmen still searching for the final out here in the second inning. The 1-0 pitch from Bunch. 1-0 swung on and missed. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1, righty to righty with 2 gone here in the top of the second. The Spuds have now scored 6 runs in the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bunch comes set. 1-1 to Quinn. Will miss low and out. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1, Bunch to Quinn. 2 gone in the second. Bunch comes set, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bunch steps off, gets ready for this 2-2 pitch here to Joshua Quinn with 2 outs. And the Spuds up 7-0. Bunch looks on, he comes set, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Quinn. 2-2 will ring him up. It's a strikeout to get Bunch out of the inning, and that'll do it for the Spuds. 6 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. They end up leaving 3 on base. Well, at the bottom of the second, it'll be Flagg, Stark, and McMinn due up after 1.5, 7-0. Canyon County leads it. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
For a beautiful morning, you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator snatched his leg right off, but he killed that alligator, kept the barley. That's why the beer is so good.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable.
Well, it's been a disastrous start so far for North Platte as we resume action here in the bottom of the second. Spuds scored 6 in the top half of the inning. They lead this one 7-0 as we resume action here from Billwood Field. Connor Flagg, the left-hander out of Central Arkansas, will lead things off here in the bottom of the second for North Platte. A long pause for Clay Rickerman before getting ready for his second inning of work. That one is popped up shallow left by Flagg. Coming over and making the catches, Matthew Mandeville, and quickly 1 gone here in the bottom of the second. In will step Oscar Stark. Stark, the right-hander out of Washington State, comes in with 1 gone and the bases empty for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the second. Stark is 0 for 3 against Canyon County so far this season. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks for the right-hander. Stark comes in after the leadoff flyout by Flagg as Rickerman looks on. The first pitch to Stark is in there for a strike. The count will start 0 balls and 1 strike from Clay Rickerman to Oscar Stark. So Plainsmen trailing in this one 7-0 here in the bottom of the second. It's been all Spuds so far in this one as the 0-1 pitch. 0-1 grounded foul over on the third base side, so count is now 0 balls and 2 strikes. From Clay Rickerman to Oscar Stark. 0-2, righty to righty with 1 gone, nobody on in the Plainsmen for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the second. No balls and 2 strikes. Rickerman looks on. Here's the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 lined sharply, and it'll get through into center field. It's the first base hit for the Plainsmen here tonight, and the Plainsmen have a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the second. In will step Sage McMinn, the left-hander out of Missouri Baptist. Comes in with 1 gone. Here in the second inning, and Oscar Stark will lead away from first. Rickerman comes set, ready for the first pitch to Sage McMinn. That one will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. From Clay Rickerman to Sage McMinn. McMinn, who is 1 for 6 against Canyon County. 4 strikeouts and 1 double. He had a double yesterday in his first plate appearance. Doubled off the wall out in right field. He fouls that one off over near the Spuds dugout, so count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike. From Clay Rickerman to Sage McMinn. McMinn getting his first cuts of this one, trying to get some offense rolling here in the bottom of the second after the Spuds scored 6 in the top half of the inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rickerman comes set. The 1-1 pitch to Sage McMinn will miss low and out. McMinn in 9 games is batting .250 with 2 doubles, a triple, and 4 RBIs. This is his 10th start as a Plainsman. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rickerman looks on to McMinn with 1 gone, and Stark leading away from first. After he got the first hit in the game for North Platte. 2-1. He'll catch the top part of the strike zone, so count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. From Rickerman to McMinn. From first, Spuds up 7-0. 2-2 pitch from Rickerman. 2-2 is sent up into center. Bischoff will make the catch, and 2 gone now here in the bottom of the second off the flyout by Sage McMinn. With 2 outs, this will bring up Miles Proctor. Proctor, the right-hander, getting his now 3rd start as a Plainsman. Got the start in Game 1. He is in right field defensively tonight for North Platte. Right-hander at Long Island University stands in with 2 gone, and Stark leading away from first after his 1-out single. Rickerman looks on to Proctor with 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. Rickerman comes set, ready for the first pitch to Proctor. First pitch will just miss low and out. 1 ball and no strikes to count of start. So far for Proctor, he's 0 for 8. Against Canyon County, he has 4 strikeouts so far. Had a couple hard-hit lineouts, though, yesterday, so trying to get the bats going here today. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Rickerman comes set, looks on to Proctor. 1-0. Little ahead of that one as he swings and misses. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike from Clay Rickerman to Miles Proctor. Proctor, the 8-hitter in right field defensively, and if they get to him, Braden Hendricks will make his Plainsman debut, either here in the bottom of the second or to lead off the bottom of the third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rickerman comes set. The 1-1 to Proctor. Off speed will miss. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 righty to righty with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Stark from first, and the Spuds up 7-0. Rickerman looks on, 2-1. He now comes set. 2 balls, 1 strike, the pitch to Proctor, 2-1. That one is going to be lifted, shallow left field. Coming under it and making the catch is Matthew Mandeville. And that's it for North Platte in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hit, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 on base. We will head to the top of the third. It'll be Mandeville, Schwartzberg, and Danielix due up. After 2 complete, 7-0, Canyon County leads this one. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
When you drive for adventure, you'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far. Choose from a variety of travel opportunities with competitive pay and adventure to great places. Go to driveadventure.com and apply today. All drivers must be 25 years old with an active CDL.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? or $365,000 a year. Or $3,650,000 a decade. Or, who knows, it all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall,
Hibner's Lawn and Garden Center, barefoot ready and patio approved.
We are through 2 complete here from Billwood Field, ready for the top of the third, where the Plainsmen trail in this one 7-0 to Canyon County. John Willis with you on the Plainsmen Radio Network as well as our YouTube channel. Plainsmen won the series yesterday, going for the sweep here today, but so far it's been a hot start by Canyon County as it's a first pitch strike to Matthew Mandeville. No balls and 1 strike. The game will start from Bunch to Mandeville, who now gets ready for his first full inning of work after taking over in the top of the second. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Bunch. 0-1 off speed will miss low and get away from Flag, the catcher, so can't leave it at 1-1. Matthew Mandeville so far 0 for 1 in this one. He struck out in his first appearance in the top of the second. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Bunch. 1 run, roller to third. McMinn gloves it. Throw on to first will be in time. And the leadoff batter is gone here in the top of the third. So with 1 out, this will bring up the top of the order with Zachary Schwartzberg. Schwartzberg has been hit by a pitch in both of his 2 plate appearances. He scored 2 runs for Canyon County. Right-hander stands in with 1 gone and the base is empty for Canyon County here in the top of the third. Bunch looks on. First pitch on its way to Schwartzberg will just miss up. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Caleb Bunch to Zachary Schwartzberg. Schwartzberg, the right-hander out of Gonzaga, getting his 3rd cuts of this one. He's now had a plate appearance in each of the 3 innings. 1-0 off speed will miss. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 from Bunch to Schwartzberg. 2 balls, no strikes, righty to righty with 1 gone here in the top of the third. Bunch looks on. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 2-0, swung on and missed. Fastball low gets Schwartzberg chasing. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1, Bunch to Schwartzberg. After the leadoff ground out by Mandeville to third base. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Bunch. 2-1 fastball misses up. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. And Schwartzberg, the leadoff batter, coming in after the leadoff ground out. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bunch looks on. Here is the 3-1 pitch. 3-1 will skip low. It's another walk for Bunch. 2nd walk now for Caleb Bunch in only 2/3 of an inning. So now Schwartzberg has been given a free base in all 3 of his plate appearances, 2 hit by pitches and now a walk, and in steps Lucas Danielwicz, the right-hander, who is 1 for 2, had an RBI single and scored to the second and flew out to center in his first appearance in the first. Right-hander looks on with 1 gone, and Schwartzberg leading away from first. First pitch will skip low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count starts from Caleb Bunch to Lucas Danielwicz. 1 ball, no strikes. Righty to righty with 1 gone in the top of the third. 1-0 pitch from Bunch. 1-0 will catch the inner bottom corner, so can't leave it out. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 from Bunch to Danielwicz. Danielwicz also getting his 3rd cut in 3 innings for Canyon County. 1-1 pitch from Bunch. 1-1, slow roller to third. McMinn gloves it, gets the force out at second. Throw into first will be off target into foul territory. So that'll be the third error of the game for the Plainsmen, but they get the force out at second. Danny Wicks reaches first on the fielder's choice, second on the error. So with 2 gone, this will bring up Owen Bischoff. Bischoff, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk so far in this one. He stands in with 2 gone. And Daniel Wick standing at second after he reached on a fielder's choice to first. As he grounds one to second, Stark is on it. Throw on to first will be in time, and that'll do it for Canyon County in the third. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Due up for North Platte, it'll be Hendricks, Loston, and Sturgeon after 2.5. 7-0, Canyon County leads this one. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall, and all those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime, downtown North Platte.
John Willis back here in the bottom of the third as it's a Plainsman debut. Braden Hendricks, the 5'2" right-handed batter from Berry Hill, Oklahoma, will make his debut here in the bottom of the third. He plays his college ball at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. He steps in ready for his first cuts as a Plainsman. He watches the first pitch from Rickerman. Miss low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. With Northeastern Oklahoma and A&M this season, he was 4 for 13 and a .308 batting average with 1 run. Again, getting his first cuts. Yesterday, he took over defensively and left for the top of the ninth, but did not have an at-bat. As that pitch is in there for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike now from Clay Rickerman to Braden Hendricks. Righty to righty with nobody out in the bottom of the third. The 1-1 pitch to Hendricks. Slow roller to short. Gloving it is Schwartzberg. Throwing to first will be in time. And Hendricks is retired to lead off the bottom of the third. Sounds back to the top of the order for North Platte with A.J. Loston, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this one. Austin stands in with 1 gone and the base is empty for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the third. So Austin stands in. Again, he was the victim of Rickerman's first and only strikeout so far in this one. Rickerman has now gone through 2 1/3. Rickerman comes set, ready for the first pitch to Loston. First pitch, fastball, swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. The count will begin from Clay Rickerman to A.J. Loston. No balls, 1 strike. Rickerman comes set. Here's the 0-1. 0-1. That one is going to be lined sharply into left center, and it's going to get down. Austin will put the brakes on at first. It's a 1-out single, the second hit for the Plainsmen here tonight. So Lawson with the single. Now Plainsmen have a base runner. As this will bring up Drew Sturgeon. Sturgeon, the left-hander, who was hit by a pitch in his first appearance in the first. Still plenty of ball to be played. Plainsmen just need to start getting the bats going here in the bottom of the third. As Sturgeon, the left-hander, out of Central Arkansas, stands in. Rickerman looks on to Sturgeon with Lawson leading away from first. As he'll have a pickoff move over to first to Lawson, but he's back in there sliding, so still a fresh count from Rickerman to Sturgeon. Rickerman comes set ready for the first pitch to Sturgeon. Now it is going to be swung on, grounded softly to third. It's gloved by Barricani. Long throw onto first will just beat out Sturgeon. Boston advances to second, and now 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. With 2 outs, this will bring up Connor Higgs. Higgs, the left-hander, is 0 for 1 with a long flyout to right field in his first appearance. Higgs stands in with 2 gone, and A.J. Lawson now standing at second. He was able to advance after the ground out to third by Drew Sturgeon. So Rickerman looks on to Higgs with 2 gone in the bottom of the third, and Canyon County leading 7-0 over North Platte. Rickerman looks on, comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Connor Higgs. First pitch on its way, now he'll turn around and chase Lawson back to second. So still no count between Rickerman and Higgs. Higgs, the 3-hitter, getting his now second cuts of this one in the third. Rickerman looks on, comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Connor Higgs, with, again, Lawson leading away from second. First pitch to Connor Higgs, off speed, will miss a little low and out. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. And Clay Rickerman to Connor Higgs. Again, for Rickerman, the longest he's gone this season is 3 innings. He's done it 4 times. This is his first start of the season. 1 ball and no strikes from Rickerman to Higgs. Rickerman looks on, he comes set 1-0 to Higgs. 1-0 pitch. Fastball strike. So kind of leaving out 1 ball and 1 strike from Rickerman to Higgs. Especially with a comfortable lead here for the Spuds. Canyon County might let Rickerman go not as far as he can, but a little farther than maybe they were expecting to. A normal reliever for Canyon County. Now going 2 2/3, trying to find the final out here in the bottom of the third. 1-1 misses away to Higgs. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike from Clay Rickerman to Connor Higgs. Higgs trying to get on base any way he can to try to keep some offensive momentum going for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the third as they try to start to chip away at this 7-0 lead. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rickerman looks on. Righty to lefty with 2 gone here in the third. Rickerman comes set, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Higgs. 2-1 lined sharply, but a nice stop by Stone. He will step on the bag himself, and that'll be it for North Platte in the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Plainsmen will leave 1 on base. We will head to the top of the fourth. It'll be Stone, Flynn, and Burke due up for Canyon County. After 3 complete, 7-0. Canyon County leads North Platte. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Hey, this is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's? Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte, order online at Domino's.com, or call us at 308-534-0400.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
This runs a pitching change here as we start out the top of the fourth. 2 runs as in North Platte. Caleb Bunch, his day is done. He goes an inning and a third. No runs, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks. Into the game will come Asher Hastings, the left-hander out of Arkansas Little Rock. His first pitch to Tyler Stone will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start to Tyler Stone. Hastings, 10 appearances, all of the bullpen. He's pitched 12 2/3, 19 runs, 16 of them earned, 8 hits, 16 strikeouts, and 15 walks. He has no record and an 11.36 ERA. The 1-0 pitch misses high and in to Stone. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 to start out Hastings to Stone, with the Plainsmen trailing 7-0 here as we resume action in the top of the fourth. 2 balls, no strikes. Hastings comes set. 2-0 pitch to Stone. 2-0 chop grounder, foul off the foot. So count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Stone is 1 for 1 with an RBI, or with a 2 RBI single. He's knocked in 3 RBIs as he also had a sac fly back in the top of the first to score Zachary Schwartzberg. He comes in to lead off the top of the fourth with the Spuds up 7-0. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Hastings. 2-1. That one will catch the bottom part of the strike zone. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes from Asher Hastings to Tyler Stone. Again, Canyon County scored 6 in the top of the second. That's been the key difference maker so far in this one. As 2 balls, 2 strikes, Asher Hastings comes set. Here's the 2-2. 2-2, he was well ahead of that one. It swung on and missed, and it's a strikeout for Asher Hastings to start out his evening. Stone, it looked like, was thinking fastball all the way. Hastings slowed it down because Stone was well ahead of that one. As this will bring up Peyton Flynn. Flynn, the right-hander, who is 0 for 2. He has struck out and reached on an E6. Right-hander stands in with 1 gone, and the base is empty for the Spuds in the top of the fourth. The first pitch will miss just low and in from Hastings. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Asher Hastings to Peyton Flynn. 1-0 from Hastings to Flynn, with the Spuds up 7-0. 1-0 pitch from Hastings. Fastball up, 2 balls and no strikes now the count from Asher Hastings to Peyton Flynn. 2-0 lefty to righty with 1 gone the top of the fourth. Canyon County up 7-0 over North Platte. 2 balls, no strikes. Hastings comes set. The 2-0 pitch to Flynn will skip low. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. So 3-0 from Hastings to Flynn after the leadoff strikeout to Tyler Stone. Hastings looks on, comes set, 3-0 to Peyton Flynn. Here's the pitch from Hastings. 3-0, thrown down the heart of the plate. Count is now 3-1 from Hastings to Flynn. So now Asher Hastings will try to work back in the count here against Peyton Flynn. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hastings comes set. Here's the 3-1. 3-1. Fastball swung on and missed. Count is now full. Count moves 3 balls and 2 strikes from Asher Hastings to Peyton Flynn. So after going behind 3-0, Hastings has worked it back full. Now we'll try to get the better of Peyton Flynn. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hastings comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. That one will be spoiled off, foul on the first base side. So count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2, lefty to righty. First righty that Hastings has faced so far in this pitching outing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hastings comes set, ready for the second straight payoff pitch to Flynn. Here's the full count pitch. That one is going to be swung on and missed, but it's a drop third strike. I thought he got a piece of it, but they'll say he didn't. So it's a strikeout for Hastings, but Flynn will reach on the drop third strike.
Number 3, Chase Burke.
So Flynn reaches at first, as in will step Chase Burke, who pinch hit for Tyler Miller. Burke so far is 1 for 1 with a single in this one back in the top of the second part of that 6-run inning. So 2 strikeouts for Hastings, but Flynn reaches on the drop third strike, as in will step Chase Burke, the right-hander, who shows bunt. Backs off, looks at a first pitch that misses out. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start from Asher Hastings to Chase Burke. Burke now getting his second cuts of this one. Flynn stands at first for Canyon County. 1 ball and no strikes. Hastings kicks and deals. 1-0 misses away. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Hastings has now started out every count this inning. 3 straight batters with a 2-0 count. 2 balls and no strikes. Hastings comes set with Flynn leading away from first. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 2-0 swung on and grounded right to Hastings. He flips it over to Stark at second, who throws it to Loston, the shortstop. So a little 1-6-4 to get that runner there at second. Chase Burke will reach on the fielder's choice. And now 2 gone in the top of the 4th. This will bring up Dawson Barricani. Barricani's 1 for 1, a single and a run scored back in the second. He also walked in the second. He was the 11th batter to come to the plate for the Spuds in that inning. Hastings comes set ready for the first pitch to Barricani. He will try to pick off Burke at first, and it lands into foul territory. Advancing from first to third is Chase Burke on the E1. 4th error now of the game for North Platte. Four errors in 4 innings for the Plainsmen. Still no count from Asher Hastings to Dawson Barricani. The lefty looks on to Barricani, who singled in the second and walked in the second. Still no count from Hastings to Barricani, as Hastings comes set with Burke leading away from third. First pitch from Hastings will miss low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Asher Hastings to Dawson Barricani. Burke stands at third after reaching on a fielder's choice, moving from first to third on the pick-off attempt that landed into foul territory on the first base side. 1 ball, no strikes. Hastings comes set 1-0 to Dawson Barricani. 1-0 pitch from Hastings. 1-0, catch the inner half of the plate. Count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And Burke leading away from third. Leadoff strikeout for Asher Hastings here in the 4th. A strikeout to Flynn, but he reached on a drop third strike. He was called on a fielder's choice, and Burke reached, and now a wild pitch will score Burke. It's now 8-0. Canyon County here in the top of the 4th. So an E1 advances Burke from first to third, and then the wild pitch scores Burke, and it's now 8-0. Canyon County here in the top of the 4th. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dawson Barricani. 2-1 pitch will miss out. No, it was a 3-1 pitch. So it's a walk to Dawson Barricani.
Now down to the Spuds, the second baseman. Number 26, Joshua Quinn.
Then we'll step Joshua Quinn, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He did have a sacrifice fly in his first appearance in the top of the second. The right-hander stands in with 2 gone, and now Barricani leading away from first. So Hastings looks on to Quinn, the 8-hitter, with 2 gone in the top of the 4th. Hastings comes set ready for the first pitch to Quinn. First pitch off speed will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will begin from Asher Hastings to Joshua Quinn. Still only here in the top of the fourth. It's been a long start to this one. Game started at 6:37. It's now 7:59. We're only here with 2 gone in the top of the fourth. 1-0 from Hastings. Off speed is a strike. Kennel even at 1 ball and 1 strike from Asher Hastings to Joshua Quinn. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hastings to Quinn, lefty to righty with 2 gone in the top of the fourth. 1-1 from Asher Hastings. Will skip low. Another wild pitch will advance Baracani from first to second. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1, lefty to righty, 2 gone in the top of the fourth. Canyon County up 8-0 over North Platte. Hastings looks on. Comes set, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 from Hastings. Swung on and missed. So count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes. Hastings looks on. Now comes set. 2-2 to Quinn. 2-2 fouled off and out of play, so count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Foul ball brought to you by Grass Doctor.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Hastings looks on to Joshua Quinn with 2 gone in the inning. Just trying to find the last out, the 2-2 pitch. 2-2 will ring up Quinn. Second strikeout for Asher Hastings. It's 1 run, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Head to the bottom of the fourth, 2 up for North Platte. It's De La Cruz, Flag, and Stark after 3.5, 8-0. Canyon County, it's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery, we're here to help. Some of the services available by our providers include, but aren't limited to, the care and treatment of corns, calluses, and warts, custom-made orthodontics, diabetic foot care, arthritis, reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, foot and ankle trauma, fungal nails, ingrown toenails, heel and arch pain, pediatric foot care, sports injuries, and wound care. Visit us at 815 South Maple Street in North Platte. Phone number 308-532-3600. Again, 308-532-3600.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
Angel De La Cruz will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth for North Platte, with the Plainsmen trailing 8-0 to Canyon County after they were able to score 1 on a wild pitch in the top half of the fourth. De La Cruz so far 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. He will lead things off for North Platte here in the bottom of the fourth. Clay Rickerman looks on, ready for his now 4th inning of work as he comes set, ready for the first pitch to De La Cruz. First pitch will miss low and in, 1 ball and no strikes. The count starts from Clay Rickerman to Angel De La Cruz. So 1 ball and no strikes to lead off this at-bat. De La Cruz now only getting his 2nd cut to this one. 1-0 is going to be called a strike on the inner bottom corner. Count will now even out 1-1 from Rickerman to De La Cruz. Canyon County leading 8-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. 6 runs in the second, 1 in the first and the fourth. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Rickerman. 1-1, grounded foul on the third base line, so count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big 6-run top of the second. That's really been the story of this one so far. Plainsmen have committed 4 errors defensively. A couple wild pitches as well. Just too many mental errors so far for North Platte as the 1-2 will miss low. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. As so far for Canyon County, they've only scored 8 runs on 5 hits. So it's now 2-2. Rickerman looks on to the right-hander, De La Cruz, to lead off the 4th. 2-2 pitch on its way. 2-2 popped up, foul and out of play. So count 2 balls and 2 strikes from Clay Rickerman to Angel De La Cruz. It's De La Cruz, Flag, and Stark due up here in the bottom of the 4th. Plainsmen trying to start to chip into this 8-run lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rickerman looks on to De La Cruz. Lead off this bottom of the 4th. Nobody out, nobody on for North Platte. 2-2 pitch. 2-2, slow roller, foul on the third base side. So count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 from Rickerman to De La Cruz, who through 3 innings has given up no runs on 2 hits. He has 1 strikeout, no walks, but a hit batter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rickerman looks on to De La Cruz as he comes set 2-2. Here's the pitch to Angel. 2-2 lined sharply and gloved by the third baseman, Barricani. Long throw into first will be in time. That's just a fantastic defensive play by Dawson Barricani, who lunges to his right, makes a diving stop on a sharp liner off the bat by De La Cruz. Throws it over to first, and it's in time. So with 1 gone, nobody on, this will bring up Connor Flag. Flag, the left-hander, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field so far in this one. Left-hander stands in with 1 gone. Nobody on for North Platte here in the bottom of the 4th with the Plainsmen trailing 8-0 to Canyon County. Rickerman looks on, ready for the first pitch here to Connor Flag. Righty to lefty is the first pitch, a strike on a fastball. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Clay Rickerman to Connor Flag. Flag had a really good day yesterday. He was 3 for 5 with 2 singles, a triple, and 3 RBIs for North Platte. And another come-from-behind victory. Again, the Plainsmen were down 4 runs 2 separate times as the 0-1 will miss low. Count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike. Plainsmen were down 9-5 headed into the bottom of the 8th of that game and found a way to win. They scored 3 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. So this game is nowhere near done. Plainsmen just need to start getting the bats going and start to chip into this lead. Still a lot of chances left as the 1-1 again will just miss low. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Clay Rickerman to Connor Flag. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Rickerman looks on to Connor Flag, righty to lefty with 1 gone in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1, here's the pitch from Rickerman. 2-1, a check swing, it'll miss. Count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 from Rickerman to Flag. 1 gone in the 4th. Spuds leading it 8-0, out hitting the Plainsmen only 5-2. 3-1 the pitch from Rickerman. 3-1 lined sharply into left field, and it'll get over the head of Mandeville as he didn't know where the ball was. Flag will round first. He's digging for second. He wants more than that. He is chugging for third. The throw is going to beat him. So it's a double for Flag, but he is caught on his way to third as he wanted a little more. And now 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting for the Plainsmen, the second baseman from Washington State, number 34, Oscar.
So it's a double for Flag, but he's caught out on his way to third. As now in will step Oscar Stark, who's 1 for 1 with a single in this one. 2 outs, bases empty for North Platte here in the bottom of the 4th. Rickerman comes set, ready for the first pitch to Oscar Stark. First pitch on its way. Out on miss low, 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Clay Rickerman to Oscar Stark. For Rickerman, it's now his longest appearance of the season. He's gone 3 2/3 now. See if he'll come out for the 5th as well if he can get through the 4th. And anything coming across for North Platte. 1 ball and no strikes, the pitch. 1-0, fouled off sharply on the third base side, so kind of leaving at 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like there's a pitcher beginning to get warm out in the Canyon County bullpen. Don't know how, or when and if they will go to him. It's 1 ball, 1 strike from Rickerman to Stark. Righty to righty with 2 gone. The base is empty for North Platte in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-1 pitch. 1-1 off speed is a strike. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes from Clay Rickerman to Oscar Stark. 1-2, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Plainsmen trailing by 8, but only being out hit by 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. 1-2, that one is going to be lined just foul on the left field line. So count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count from Rickerman to Stark, the 6-hitter, who's 1 for 1 with a single. He's a couple sharp liners in this at-bat, just have gone foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rickerman comes set 1-2 to Stark. Here's the pitch. 1-2, again, grounded foul on the third base side, so Stark has spoiled off a couple, and he keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Rickerman to Stark with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Rickerman looks on. He comes set. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. 1-2 off speed will just miss a little low and in. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 Stark. Coming set is Rickerman. Here's the 2-2 pitch. 2-2. That one is going to be skied up deep left field. That one is going back. It is going to bounce out of here. It's a solo home run for Oscar Stark. And the Plainsmen have begun to chip into the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. It's now a 7-run game off the solo home run by Oscar Stark. Oscar Stark, touch 'em all. It's a solo shot here in the bottom of the 4th. The lead is now 8-1. Canyon County here in the bottom of the 4th. So Plainsmen find their first run here in the bottom of the 4th off the solo shot by Oscar Stark, who's now 2 for 2 tonight. So this will bring up Sage McMinn. McMinn, the 6'6 left-hander who flew out to center in his first appearance. Left-hander stands in with 2 gone, and the base is empty after the solo home run by Oscar Stark. As Clay Rickerman, after giving up the solo home run, will face Sage McMinn. The lead now 8-1. Canyon County here in the bottom of the 4th. So Rickerman looks on to Sage McMinn with 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th after the solo bomb by Oscar Stark. Rickerman looks on, comes set, ready for the first pitch to Sage McMinn. First pitch off speed will miss. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Clay Rickerman to Sage McMinn after the solo home run by Oscar Stark. For Oscar Stark, that's his 4th home run of the season and his first one here at Billwood Field. 1-0. That one is going to be grounded to third. Barricani's on it. Throw on to first will be in time, and that'll do it for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 4th, but the solo home run puts the Plainsmen on the board. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and the Plainsmen leave nobody on base. After 4 complete, Plainsmen trail in this one 8-1 to Canyon County. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Things for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation when you travel locally or across the country. Adventure to great places.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable with no session fees. And be sure to check out our $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime.
Hello, this is Gracie Wenzel, the Marketing and Promotions Intern for the North Platte Plainsmen. You know us, we're Jimmy John's. Stop by your trusted sandwich shop in the North Platte area at 410 East Leota Street. We offer delivery, pickup, and in-store eating. Choose from our wide...
Back here in the top of the fifth, as the Plainsmen are able to cut into the lead, they trail this one 8-1. Now as we resume action here from Billwood Field in the top of the fifth, it's another runs a pitching change as the day is done for Asher Hastings. He goes an inning, 1 run, no hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk for Asher Hastings. Griffin Myers, the 6'4" right-handed pitcher out of Washington State, will stand in, a usual batter for the Plainsmen, but he's got some heat behind that arm. He pitched in the U.S. Military All-Star game where the Plainsmen put position players on the mound. He pitched an inning, no runs, no hits, 3 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batter. But here's the kicker. He topped out at 88. So they will use him here in this one as the first pitch will miss up to Matthew Mandeville. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will begin from Griffin Myers to Matthew Mandeville. So Myers getting his first actual regular season action pitching for North Platte as the 1-0 will miss low. It's now 2 balls and no strikes from Griffin Myers to Matthew Mandeville. Let's see a couple usual position players on the mound here tonight for North Platte. As the 2-0 pitch from Myers. 2-0 is skied up, foul territory, first base side, counter flag. The catcher will chase after it along with De La Cruz. De La Cruz will make a nice running catch right in front of the fence. And the leadoff batter is gone here in the top of the fifth. So now it's back to the top of the order with Zachary Schwartzberg, who has reached base all 3 times on free bases, 2 hit batters, and a walk so far in this one. So Griffin Myers retires the first batter he faces here in the top of the fifth, as now Schwartzberg will stand in. So Myers looks on to Zachary Schwartzberg with 1 gone and the base is empty for Canyon County in the top of the fifth. First pitch fastball up. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Griffin Myers to Zachary Schwartzberg. Man, you can hear the velocity on his pitch. As really got some heat behind that throwing arm for him. As the 1-0 pitch. Fastball will miss a little out. So 2 balls and no strikes. And the fastball is what works for Myers. Again, he sat around 85 to 88 in that U.S. Military All-Star exhibition game. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch from Griffin Myers. 2-0 will just miss up. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. A tight strike zone by Isaac Glanz, the home plate umpire throughout the night. We saw that a little last night too. Hasn't been inconsistent, just been a little tight so far here tonight. As the 3-0 pitch from Myers, that one will miss up. It's a 4-pitch walk to Zachary Schwartzberg, who has now reached base all 4 times, all on free bases. Let's now bring up Lucas Daniel Wicks, who is 1 for 3 RBI single for him in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. His first appearance in the first was a fly out to center. Right-hander stands in with 1 gone, and now Zachary Schwartzberg standing at first, who has reached base all 4 times he's been up. Griffin Myers looks on to Lucas Daniel Wicks. First pitch to Daniel Wicks on its way. Now it'll miss up. 1 ball and no strikes. It's now 5 straight balls from Griffin Myers. So 1-0 Myers to Daniel Wicks with 1 out, 1 on for Canyon County in the top of the fifth. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Myers. 1-0, he finds the strike zone, so Kennel even out. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 from Myers to Daniel Wicks with one out here in the top of the fifth. The 1-1 pitch on its way. It'll be fouled off. So count now moves 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lucas Daniel Wicks. 1-2, righty to righty with one gone in the top of the fifth. Canyon County leading it 8-1 over North Platte. Trying to salvage one of this 3-game series. As Myers comes set 1-2, Schwartzberg will take off for second. He is in there with a stolen base. The pitch missed a little bit as it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schwartzberg hesitated at first, had a late break, but he ends up getting it to second. His count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes from Griffin Myers to Lucas Danielix. In this series, Canyon County's been running wild on North Platte as they have a good amount of stolen bases against the Plainsmen in the season, especially yesterday for Canyon County. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Myers looks on. 2-2 to Danielix. Will miss low. Count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full from Myers to Danielix. Count is full, righty to righty with one gone in the top of the fifth. Myers comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Skipping the dirt, 2 straight walks. So bring up Owen Bischoff, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a groundout. He also walked and scored in his plate appearances. It's now 8 free bases that the Spuds have gotten through 4 1/3. It's just been a inconsistent night in the zone pitching-wise for North Platte so far tonight. As Myers comes set, ready for the first pitch to Owen Bischoff. Comes set, first pitch on its way. It'll miss low and away. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start from Griffin Myers to Owen Bischoff. Bischoff coming in after 2 straight walks. Runners at first and second with 1 gone in the top of the fifth. Myers looks on, comes set, 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 1-0 lined sharply into right center. It'll get past the diving glove of Drew Sturgeon. This is going to be extra base trouble. It lands all the way at the warning track. 2 runs are going to score. It's going to be a triple. And it's now 10-1 here in the top of the fifth.
Now batting for the Spuds, the first baseman, number 34, Tyler Stone.
So it's a 2 RBI triple for Owen Bischoff. It's now in steps Tyler Stone, who struck out in his last appearance. Stone, the left-hander, coming in after the triple by Owen Bischoff to score 2 runs. After Sturgeon trying to dive for it out in center, just was not able to make the catch as the first pitch from Myers will miss inside. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. Again, the Spuds only out-hitting the Plainsmen 6-4, but they lead this one 10-1 as the 1-0 pitch from Myers. It'll miss up, 2 balls and no strikes. Now the count from Griffin Myers to Tyler Stone. Stone, who is 1 for 2. He's knocked in 3 RBIs, 2 off a single and 1 off a sac fly in the first. 2 balls and no strikes. Myers comes set, kicks and deals the 2-0 pitch. 2-0 will curve low. It's a wild pitch. Another run will score. It's now 11-1. Spuds in the fifth. Bischoff scores on the wild pitch. It's now 11-1 Canyon County here in the top of the fifth. 3-0 the count to Tyler Stone. 3-0 pitch from Myers. This up. It's another walk. Now in will step Peyton Flynn. Flynn, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. 2 strikeouts, but did reach on a drop third strike in the fourth and reached on an error in the second. The right-hander stands in with 1 gone. Stone leading away from first. 3 more runs have come across for Canyon County here in the fifth. First pitch, a strike from Griffin Myers to Peyton Flynn. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from the righty Myers to the righty Flynn. No balls and 1 strike. Myers comes set with Stone leading away from first. 0-1 misses low and away. Count now even out 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one, righty to righty, 11-1. Canyon County leading it in the 5th. 1-1 pitch from Myers. Fastball swung on and missed. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Myers got the leadoff batter here in the 5th, but then 2 walks, a triple, and another walk have scored 3, including a wild pitch that scored Owen Bischoff. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Myers comes set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. 1-2 is going to be grounded and through into right field. It's another base hit.
Now batting for the Spuds. Right left field, number 3, Chase Burke.
In steps Chase Burke, who is 1 for 2, singled in the 2nd, reached on an error and scored in the 4th. The right-hander stands in with runners at 1st and 2nd, only 1 gone. In the top of the 5th, Canyon County up 11-1 here over North Platte. Myers comes set, ready for the first pitch to Chase Burke. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Griffin Myers to Chase Burke. Myers comes set, 0-1 to Burke. 0-1 pitch on its way. Fastball strike again. Now no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 Myers to Burke with 1 gone in the top of the 5th. Burke, the 7th batter to come to the plate for the Spuds here in the top of the 5th. No balls and 2 strikes. Myers comes set. 0-2 pitch on its way. 0-2 swung on and missed. It's the first strikeout for Griffin Myers. And now 2 gone in the top of the 5th. Swing of Dawson Barricani, who's 1 for 1 with a single. He's also walked twice. Right-hander stands in with 2 gone. Stone is at 2nd, and Flynn is at 1st. Myers looks on to Barricani, the 8th batter now to come to the plate for the Spuds in the top of the 5th. Myers comes set, ready for the first pitch to Barricani. First pitch, another strike from Myers. No balls and 1 strike. Myers maybe finding his groove here in the top of the 5th after struggling with 3 walks earlier in the inning. As he strikes out Burke and now trying to get out of the inning with no more damage done. No balls and 1 strike. Myers kicks and deals. 0-1, rare off speed, catches the inner bottom corner. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 from Myers to Barricani. Spuds up by 10 here in the top of the 5th. No balls and 2 strikes. Myers comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball will just miss. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Flag, I think, getting an explanation from the home plate umpire, Isaac Glanz. Of course, don't have a behind plate view from up here, but looks pretty down the heart of the plate by Myers. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Myers to Barricani. Myers comes set. Here's the 1-2. Skip low and away. It's another wild pitch, and both runners will advance a base. Two balls and 2 strikes. Griffin Myers to Dawson Barricani with now runners at 2nd and 3rd here in the top of the 5th. Two balls, 2 strikes. Myers comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Misses high and in. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Myers comes set. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back to the screen, so count will stay full. So count is full from Myers to Barricani after the foul ball by Barricani to keep the at-bat alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Myers comes set. Here's the 2nd straight payoff pitch. Another walk. Base is now loaded.
Now batting for the Spuds, the second baseman, number 26, Joshua Quinn.
So now the ninth batter of the plate comes here in the top of the fifth with the bases loaded, 2 gone. Joshua Quinn is 0 for 2 strikeouts, had a sac fly in the second as well. First pitch to him will miss up, 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Griffin Myers to Joshua Quinn. One ball, no strikes. Myers comes set. Here is the 1-0 to Joshua Quinn. 1-0 is going to be grounded to short. Lostein's on it. We'll flip it over to first. It'll be picked and in time. And that'll be it for the Spuds in the top of the fifth. 3 more runs come across on 2 hits. No errors. They will leave the bases loaded. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Due up for North Platte, it'll be Proctor, Hendricks, and Lostein after 4.5, 11-1. Canyon County leads this one. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Bob Sugarmaker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything Western. Boots, hats, shirts, jeans, jewelry, even that fancy Yellowstone cologne so you can smell like a cowboy and not the horse he rode in on. KJ's Boots and Western Wear. Just off the I-80 interchange in Hershey.
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
Welcome to Scottsbluff County. From Scottsbluff National Monument to Chimney Rock, we are Nebraska's landmark country and a whole lot more. From our bountiful selection of scenic golf courses, our world-class zoo, the breathtaking Lake Minnetonka, and our family-friendly community events, we have something for you and your family year-round. Come visit Nebraska like you've never seen it. Your next experience awaits you in Scottsbluff County.
Well, it's been all Spuds so far in this one. They lead this one 11-1 as we resume action here from Billwood Field in the bottom of the fifth. Miles Proctor, the right-hander, will lead things off for the Plainsmen, facing Clay Rickerman to lead off this bottom half of the fifth inning. Rickerman comes set, ready for the first pitch to Miles Proctor. First pitch will miss low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will begin from Rickerman to Proctor. Proctor, the 8-hitter, is 0 for 1. He flew out to left field in his first plate appearance in the bottom of the second. Right-hander at Long Island University leads things off as the 1-0 pitch from Rickerman. 1-0 will just miss low and in again. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. 3 runs scored by the Spuds in the top half of the fifth inning after the Plainsmen were finally able to get their first run in the bottom of the fourth off the home run by Stark. But any momentum that the Plainsmen had, the Spuds took right back as they now lead this one 11-1. There's a swing and a miss by Proctor. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. It's 8-9-1 due up for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the fifth. Oscar Stark with the solo homer is the only run of the game so far for North Platte. As it's 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Proctor. Head of that one. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes as Proctor swings and misses at that one, so count is even. 2-2 from Rickerman to Proctor again. This is his longest outing of the year at this point, going 4 innings. His longest up to this point was 3, and now trying to make it through 5. 2-2, swung on, grounded off the foot of Proctor, so it's foul. Limping a little bit and now hunched over on the first base side. His count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like it went off that left foot. He's now walking it off a little bit on the home plate. Right near home plate. So 2 balls, 2 strikes as Proctor stretches it out, tries to walk this one off as it's 2-2 as he faces Clay Rickerman. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rickerman looks on. He now comes set. 2-2 to Miles Proctor. 2-2, that one is skied up right field. Daniel Wicks getting a beat on it. He takes some steps to his left. He'll make the catch and the leadoff batter is gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Again, Plainsmen trailing this one 11-9, or 11-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. I think the Plainsmen wish it was 11-9, as it's been a struggling day offensively as well as pitching-wise. Plainsmen have 4 hits. They've left 3 runners on base up to this point. Oscar Stark had the solo home run back in the 4th for the 1 run of the game for North Platte. In steps Braden Hendricks, ready for his second at-bat as a Plainsman. He grounded out to short in his first appearance, and he lines one into right field. It's down for a base hit. It's the first hit for Braden Hendricks in his young Plainsman career. Opposite field action into right field for a 1-out single. So now it's back to the top of the order with A.J. Lawston, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout so far in this one. For the Plainsmen, all of their hits tonight have been with 1 out or more. They have not gotten the leadoff runner on base so far here tonight. As Lawston stands in after the 1-out single by Braden Hendricks, who again is making his Plainsman debut here tonight. Rickerman comes set, ready for the first pitch to A.J. Lawston. They will immediately try to pick off Hendricks, but he is back in there. So still a fresh count from Clay Rickerman to A.J. Lawston. Rickerman looks on, comes set, ready for the first pitch to A.J. Lawston. First pitch, fastball strike, no balls and 1 strike, the count will start from Clay Rickerman to A.J. Lawston. So 0-1, righty to lefty to lead off, not lead off, but come up after that single by Hendricks for Drew Sturgeon. 0-1, that one will miss, so count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Rickerman looks on to A.J. Lawston, the left-hander, with Hendricks leading away from first, 1 gone in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-1 pitch. 1-1, that one is going to be grounded to second. Chance for 2. They get the out at second. Throw on to first will be in time. 4-6-3 double play to get the Spuds out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Plainsmen. In the bottom of the 5th, we'll head to the top of the 6th. It will be 9-1-2 due up again with Mandeville, Schwartzberg, and Daniel Wicks. After 5 complete, 11-1, Canyon County on top. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Hello, I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse our new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte, or call us at 308-532-8400. That's 308-532-8400.
Toyota, let's go places.
Here at Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef, ranch-raised, grain-finished Nebraska beef.
Hi, this is Tommy B from the Nebraska Athletic Club here in North Platte, Nebraska. And I want to welcome you to not just North Platte, but to the Nebraska Athletic Club. Nebraska Athletic Club, here we have about 8,000 square foot of pure fitness. Cardiovascular, strength training, multifunctional machines, you name it, we have it. So if you want to come down and give us a try, come down and visit with us, take a tour, we welcome you to come and see us. Again, 8,000 square foot of pure fitness. And one thing I wanted to let you...
Through 5 complete, ready for the top of the 6th. John Willis with you on the Plainsman Radio Network, as well as our YouTube channel. So runs a pitching change. The fifth pitcher in 6 innings comes up for North Platte. Jalen Ruffin was the walk-off here hitting-wise last night. He takes the place of Griffin Myers, who ends up going an inning, 3 runs, 2 hits, a strikeout, and 4 walks for Myers in the inning. Jalen Ruffin also pitched in the Military All-Star game. He went an inning, 2 runs, 1 hit, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. He'll make his first regular season performance as that one is popped up by Mandeville into shallow right. Oscar Stark will make the catch. The leadoff batter is gone here in the top of the 6th. Also another defensive change. Bryce Butterfield is now catching for Connor Flagg behind the plate. So it's now at the top of the order with Zachary Schwartzberg, who again has reached base all 4 times, all on free bases. 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches. He has scored 3 runs. Right-hander stands in with 1 gone. Base is empty for the Spuds in the top of the 6th. First pitch swung on and missed by Zachary Schwartzberg. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Jalen Ruffin to Zachary Schwartzberg again. Ruffin pinch hit yesterday. He got the walk-off RBI single to score De La Cruz in the 10-9 victory for North Platte, as that one will skip low. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. And Ruffin getting his regular season pitching debut, did pitch in that exhibition game against the All-Stars. 1-1 pitch from Ruffin. That one is going to be lined up, shallow center, coming under it, and not making the catch is Drew Sturgeon. Ball now gets behind him, but not enough for Schwartzberg to advance, so it's a single for Schwartzberg.
Now down from the Spuds, the right fielder, number 13, Lucas Daniel-Wicks.
So bring up Lucas Daniel-Wicks, who walked and scored the 10th run of the game in his last appearance for Canyon County. He comes in with Schwartzberg leading away from first as Jalen Ruffin comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Lucas Daniel-Wicks. First pitch will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Jalen Ruffin to Lucas Daniel-Wicks. The Spuds leading this one 11-1 here in the top of the 6th. Scored 3 runs in the 5th. They've scored in every inning except the 3rd. 1 ball and no strikes. Ruffin kicks and deals. 1-0 will skip low again. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 to start out Jalen Ruffin to Lucas Daniel-Wicks after the single into center field by Zachary Schwartzberg. 2 balls, no strikes. Ruffin comes set. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 2-0, that one is going to be swung on, lined into right center, but Sturgeon will come over and make the catch. And now 2 gone in the top of the 6th. So 2 gone, this will bring up Owen Bischoff. Bischoff, who had a 2 RBI triple in his last appearance in the top of the 5th. Bischoff stands in with 2 gone, and Schwartzberg leading away from first. Jalen Ruffin looks on to Owen Bischoff with 2 gone here in the top of the 6th. Ruffin comes set, ready for the first pitch to Owen Bischoff. First pitch misses up, 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Jalen Ruffin to Owen Bischoff. Bischoff now getting his 5th cuts of this one, only in the top of the 6th. 1 ball, no strikes. Ruffin comes set. 1-0 to Bischoff. 1-0 misses low and in. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 to start out Jalen Ruffin to Owen Bischoff. Coming set is Ruffin. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. 2-0, that one is going to be swung on, line into left. Connor Higgs will come under it and make the catch, and that's it for Canyon County in the top of the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 on base. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. 2 up for North Platte. It'll be Sturgeon, Higgs, and De La Cruz. After 5.5, 11-1, Canyon County leads this one. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happen many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator snatched his leg right off, but he killed that alligator, kept the barley. That's why the beer is so good.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable with no session fees. And be sure to check out our $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories into photos to last you.
Visit NorthPlattePlainsmen.com for all information regarding tickets, schedule, promotions, and more. Now let's rejoin voice of the Plainsmen, John Willis. Clay Rickerman looks on to Drew Sturgeon to lead off the bottom of the sixth as the first pitch will miss. A little low, 1 ball and no strikes as we are underway here in the bottom of the sixth where the Spuds lead the Plainsmen 11-1. It's been all Canyon County in this one. Sturgeon is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. He was hit by a pitch in his other plate appearances. He watches a low ball from Rickerman. It's now 2 balls and no strikes to start out this at-bat. So Rickerman's now gone 5 innings. He's given up 5 hits and 1 run. And this is his first start of the season. 2 balls and no strikes. Rickerman comes set, the 2-0 pitch. 2-0 chop grounded foul on the first base side. So 2 balls and 1 strike the count from Clay Rickerman to Drew Sturgeon. For the Spuds, they've scored 1 run in the first and fourth, 6 in the second, and 3 in the fifth. That's been how they've gotten their damage done in this one, as the 1 lone run came by Oscar Stark on a solo home run in the bottom of the fourth for North Platte. Rickerman comes set, 2 balls and 1 strike to Sturgeon. 2-1 will skip low. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. So 3-1 to start out Rickerman to Sturgeon. With the bases empty and nobody out in the bottom of the sixth, Plainsmen trying to start cutting into this 10-run lead for Canyon County. 3 balls and 1 strike. Rickerman kicks and deals. 3-1, grounded over near the Spuds dugout. So count now goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Clay Rickerman to Drew Sturgeon. Sturgeon, the leadoff man here in the bottom of the sixth for Drew Sturgeon. It's his last game tonight as a North Platte Plainsman. It's his, Higgs, and Oscar Starks. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rickerman comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2 is going to ring up Sturgeon. A late strike 3 call by Isaac Glanz. Only the second strikeout for Clay Rickerman. So Sturgeon is retired to lead off this bottom of the sixth. And we'll step Connor Higgs, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out to right field and a ground out to first. As Higgs stands in after the leadoff strikeout looking. As he lines one into center field, it's through for a base hit. First pitch swinging and making contact is Connor Higgs. So Higgs with a 1-out single, and now this will bring up Angel De La Cruz. De La Cruz stands in with 1 gone, and now Connor Higgs standing at first. So De La Cruz stands in after the 1-pitch single, the bat of Connor Higgs. De La Cruz also 0 for 2, fly out to center field and a ground out to third in his 2 plate appearances. Rickerman comes set, first pitch to Angel De La Cruz, will miss little low and in. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. One ball and no strikes, coming set is Rickerman. The 1-0 to De La Cruz will miss low. It's now 2 balls and no strikes to start out Clay Rickerman to Angel De La Cruz. Two balls, no strikes, righty to righty with 1 gone in the bottom of the sixth. Connor Higgs standing at first. There is a pitcher up in the Canyon County bullpen. Strike from Clay Rickerman, so count will now move to 2 balls and 1 strike from Clay Rickerman to Angel De La Cruz. De La Cruz getting his third cuts of this one here in the bottom of the sixth with the Plainsmen trailing 11-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rickerman comes set. Here's the 2-1 to De La Cruz. 2-1, grounder to third. Throw on to second's in time. They'll throw it on to first. That'll be in time. And it is a 5-4-3 double play. The second straight inning to end on a double play for North Platte. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Plainsmen end up leaving nobody on base. We will head to the top of the 7th. It'll be Stone, Flynn, and Burke due up for Canyon County. After
How far?
Canyon County leads North Platte. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows? It all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime downtown.
Here from Billwood Field, John Willis with you on the Plainsmen Radio Network as well as our YouTube channel. Well, still all Spuds. They lead this one 11-1 as we resume action here in the top of the 7th. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Canyon County here in the top of the 7th, facing Jalen Ruffin, now getting his second inning of work. Jalen Ruffin will face Tyler Stone. Stone, who is 1 for 2, a 2 RBI single, a strikeout, a sacrifice fly, and a walk so far for his stat line. The left-hander leads things off here in the top of the 7th for Canyon County, facing Jalen Ruffin. Ruffin looks on to Stone to lead off the top of the 7th with the Plainsmen down by 10. First pitch, off speed, is in there for a strike to Stone. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Jalen Ruffin to Tyler Stone. It's really been all Spuds from the beginning. Again, scored 6 in the second as the 0-1. That one's in there for a strike. It's now no balls and 2 strikes from Jalen Ruffin to Tyler Stone. Ruffin looks on, 0-2, righty to lefty. Comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Ruffin. 0-2 will skip low in front of the plate. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Bryce Butterfield took over for Connor Flagg behind the plate. He will lead off the bottom of the 7th offensively for the Plainsmen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ruffin to Stone. Ruffin looks on, steps back, kicks and deals the 1-2. It'll miss up. Well upstairs, count will now even out. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Jalen Ruffin to Tyler Stone. 2-2, here's the pitch from Ruffin. 2-2 will miss low and inside, 3 straight balls, and the count is full from Jalen Ruffin to Tyler Stone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ruffin looks on to Stone. Here's the payoff pitch. It is spoiled off, foul on the first base side, so count will remain full. 3-2 from Ruffin to Stone. Again, Stone walked in his last appearance in the top of the 5th, facing Griffin Myers, who ended up going an inning with 3 runs, 2 hits, a strikeout, and 4 walks. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. That'll miss low and out. Leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th for Jalen Ruffin. Peyton Flynn now stands in. Right-hander out of Washington State. Strikeout, reached on an error, a drop, third strike. He reached in the fourth and then reached on a single in the fifth. He fouls the first one off on the first base side. No balls and 1 strike. The count will begin from Jalen Ruffin to Peyton Flynn. It'll be interesting to see if in the bottom of the 7th if Clay Rickerman will come out, as there are a couple pitchers up in the Canyon County bullpen. No balls, 1 strike. Ruffin comes set. The 0-1 to Flynn. Again fouled off. So count now moves no balls and 2 strikes to Peyton Flynn. So no balls, 2 strikes, righty to righty with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. After the leadoff walk to Tyler Stone. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Ruffin. 0-2 misses up. Count is now 1-2. As the throw from Butterfield gets over the head of Ruffin, but Stark is right there to clean it up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Ruffin started 0-2 on Stone, but then Stone was able to come back in the count and get a leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ruffin looks on. He kicks and deals. 1-2 will skip low. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Jalen Ruffin to Peyton Flynn. Flynn, the right-hander, coming in with nobody out in the top of the 7th, and Tyler Stone leading away from first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ruffin comes set. Here's the 2-2 to Flynn. 2-2, grounded to third. McMinn is on it. Throw on to second's in time. Throw on to first. It will not be picked. It is dropped by De La Cruz, so they get the leadoff batter, or base runner, out, and Peyton Flynn will reach on the fielder's choice.
Now ready for the Spuds. The left fielder, number 3, Chase Burke.
So, Peyton Flynn is on the fielder's choice. This will now bring up Chase Burke, who is 1 for 3. Single, reached on an error and scored, and then struck out in his last appearance in the top of the 5th. The right-hander stands in with 1 gone, and Peyton Flynn now leading away from first. Ruffin comes set, ready for the first pitch to Burke, and that one will hit him in the arm. So now runners at first and second with only 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Now ready for the Spuds, the third baseman, number 5, Dawson Barricani.
Barricani now stands in. Dawson Barricani, he's 1 for 1 with a single. He's also walked 3 times. Plainsmen have now given up 12 free bases on walks and hit by pitches so far through 6 and a third. As the first pitch from Jalen Ruffin to Dawson Barricani is going to be swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Ruffin to Barricani. Barricani coming in with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Runners at first and second, and the Spuds up 11-1 over North Platte. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Ruffin. 0-1 off speed will catch the inner bottom corner. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 from Ruffin to Barricani, the 7-hitter. Stands in for his 5th at-bat of this one. No balls, 2 strikes. Ruffin comes set. The 0-2 to Barricani will miss high. So count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Ruffin has pitched an inning and a third up to this point. Longest a Plainsman pitcher has gone today is an inning and 2/3, and that was the starting pitcher Billy Humphrey. 1-2 from Ruffin. That one will curve well low. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2, righty to righty with 1 gone in the top of the 7th. Ruffin comes set, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Barricani. 2-2, swung on and missed. Strikeout for Jalen Ruffin, and now 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. With 2 outs, this will bring up Joshua Quinn. Quinn, who is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. He also had a sacrifice fly back in the 2nd. The right-hander stands in with 2 gone and 2 on in the top of the 7th with the Spuds up by 10. First pitch to Quinn will miss low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start. Righty to righty with 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Again, Spuds up 11-1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ruffin looks on. He kicks and deals the 1-0. 1-0 will miss up. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Peyton Flynn stands at second. Chase Burke at first. And Barricani just struck out. So now 2 gone in the top of the 7th. 2 balls and no strikes. Ruffin kicks and deals. 2-0. That one is going to be swung on. Struck deep left, but foul. So count just 2 balls and 1 strike from Jalen Ruffin to Joshua Quinn. And Ruffin is now pitched an inning in 2/3, trying to get out of the 7th with the lead still at 10. Plainsmen have 9 offensive outs left to work with if they want to try to stage a tremendous comeback as the 2-1 is skied up. Shallow right, foul territory. Angel De La Cruz, the first baseman, will make the catch. And that is it for the Spuds in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. They end up leaving 2 on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Due up for the Plainsmen, it's Butterfield, Stark, and McMinn. Stretch time here at Billwood Field, 11-1. Spuds lead it. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Hey, this is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's? Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte.
Bottom of the 7th, the Spuds will make their first pitching change of this one. The start is done for Clay Rickerman. In his first start, he does really well. He goes 6 innings, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 free base off a hit batter. Into the game will come Nate Galusha, the right-handed pitcher. So far for Galusha on the season, 10 appearances, 2 of them starts. He's pitched 21 innings, 12 runs, 27 hits, 14 strikeouts, and 10 walks. He has an 0-2 record and a 5.14 ERA. He'll face Bryce Butterfield to lead off this bottom of the 7th. Butterfield, the 6-foot right-hander from North Platte, plays his college ball with Western Tech. Usually been on the mound for the Plainsmen this season, but has taken some at-bats earlier in the season as the first pitch will miss. 1 ball and no strikes. 3 games he's played in hitting-wise, as there's a strike from Galusha. Kennel even at 1-1. He had 1 hit in 10 tries with 1 run scored. Played a couple of those games against Canyon County early in the season. 1-1 will miss low, 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. To start out, Nate Galusha to Bryce Butterfield. Again, Butterfield taking over for Connor Flagg defensively and now getting his first cuts of this one. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Galusha. 2-1 is swung on and missed. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes from Nate Galusha to Bryce Butterfield. Butterfield stands in to lead off the bottom of the 7th with the Plainsmen down 11-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Galusha kicks and deals. 2-2. Fastball will miss. Count will now go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Nate Galusha to Bryce Butterfield. Butterfield taking over for Flagg, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a flyout. Here's the payoff pitch by Nate Galusha. That one is going to be grounded to third. A nice gloving stop by Barricani. Throwing to first will be in time. And the leadoff batter is retired here in the bottom of the 7th. In will step Oscar Stark. Stark has been really the only bright spot offensively for North Platte. They have gotten 6 hits, but Stark makes up a third of them. He's 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. He is the only run of the game for North Platte. Oscar Stark stands in after the leadoff ground out by Bryce Butterfield. And Oscar Stark sends one into right center. That one is going to land in the gap. Oscar Stark rounding first. He is digging for second. He is in there. It's a 1-out double for Oscar Stark, who now has a single, double, and a home run. So double for Oscar Stark. He now stands at second. And now this will bring up Sage McMinn, the left-hander. Don't look now, but Oscar Stark is a triple away from the cycle for North Platte. As he singled in the second, solo home run in the fourth, and now a double here in the 7th. He has been swinging the bat well here tonight. Sage McMinn stands in with one gone in the bottom of the 7th. Galusha comes set, ready for the first pitch to McMinn. First pitch will skip low, 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Nate Galusha to Sage McMinn. Bryce Butterfield grounded out to third to lead off the 7th, but then Oscar Stark with a double into right center. And now Sage McMinn, the 6'6 left-hander, stands in. 1 ball, no strikes. Galusha comes set, the 1-0 to McMinn. 1-0, grounded hard and through into right field for a base hit. Oscar Stark will put the brakes on at third. So it's a single for Sage McMinn, and now runners at the corners for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 7th. Well, believe it or not, Plainsmen and the Spuds are now equal in hits at 8. But it's a 10-run game. As it's 11-1, Spuds here in the bottom of the 7th. Miles Proctor stands in, who is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. In this one, he comes in with 1 gone. He sends a grounder to third. Barricani's on it. They'll get the out at second. Throw on to first will be picked and dropped, so a run will score. So McMinn is called out on the fielder's choice. Proctor reaches, and a run scores for North Platte. It's now 11-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Braden Hendricks now gets his third at bat as a Plainsman. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out so far in this one. As the Plainsmen have scored 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Oscar Stark scores on the fielder's choice grounder by Miles Proctor. First pitch to Hendricks is a strike from Nate Galusha. So no balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Galusha to Hendricks. Hendricks now getting his third cuts of this one in his first start in a Plainsman uniform. No balls and 1 strike. Galusha comes set. Here's the 0-1. 0-1, that one will miss low. Count will now even out 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Galusha comes set. 1-1 to the 9-hitter Braden Hendricks. Miles Proctor will take off for second. He is in there with a stolen base as the ball gets away from Mandeville. And so now a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th. So Plainsmen trailing this one 11-2 now here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-out double by Oscar Stark. He gets to third on the single by McMinn, and then Proctor with a fielder's choice to score. Stark 2-1 to Hendricks. 2-1. That one is going to be lined into center and right to Bischoff. So that'll be it for North Platte. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Plainsmen score 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. They end up leaving 1 on base. Well, to the top of the 8th. 2 up for Canyon County. It'll be 9-1-2 with Mandeville, Schwartzberg, and Daniel Wicks. After 7 complete, Canyon County leads us 11-2. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery, we're here to help. Some of the services available by our providers include, but aren't limited to, the care and treatment of corns, calluses, and warts, custom-made orthodontics, diabetic foot care, arthritis, reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, foot and ankle trauma, fungal nails, ingrown toenails, heel and arc pain, pediatric foot care, sports injuries, and wound care. Visit us at 815 South Maple Street in North Platte. Phone number 308-532-3600. Again, 308-532-3600.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
One thing's for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for...
We are through 7 complete here from Billwood Field. The Plainsmen trail in this one 11-2. As we resume action here in the top of the 8th, it'll be Matthew Mandeville to lead things off. He's 0 for 4, and he'll face Jalen Ruffin. He sends a grounder that gets past the glove of McMahon into left field, and so it's a leadoff base hit for Matthew Mandeville here in the top of the 8th. So Jalen Ruffin now getting ready for his 3rd inning of work. The Plainsmen trailing by 9 in this one. So now back to the top of the order with Zachary Schwartzberg, who is 1 for 1. But he has had 5 at-bats. He has a single, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and 3 runs scored. He's been on base every time he's been up as the first pitch to him. That one is going to be struck up right center field. Drew Sturgeon coming under it. He'll make the catch. And after the leadoff single, it's a fly out by Schwartzberg. So he will not reach base for the first time tonight. Has 2 pitches, 1 single, and 1 out so far here in the top of the 8th with the Spuds leading 11-2. So bring up Lucas Danielwicks, who is 1 for 4. He flew out to center in his first appearance in the 6th. Ruffin comes set, ready for the first pitch to Lucas Danielwicks. Pitch on its way. That one is going to be lined into center. It's down for another base hit. So 2 singles for the Spuds here in the top of the 8th. So now runners at first and second for Owen Bischoff, who is 2 for 4, a triple, a single, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. His last appearance was a fly out to left field. Bischoff stands in after the single by Danielwicks. So it's been 3 pitches, 2 singles, and a fly out so far in the top of the 8th. Bischoff stands in after the single by Danielwicks, who stands at first. First pitch to Bischoff will catch the inner bottom corner. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Jalen Ruffin to Owen Bischoff. No balls, 1 strike. Ruffin comes set. Here's the 0-1 from Ruff. 0-1, that off-speed catches the inner half of the plate. It's now no balls and 2 strikes from Jalen Ruffin to Owen Bischoff. And for Jalen Ruffin, he's now pitched 2 1/3. Longest outing of any pitcher tonight here for North Platte. No balls and 2 strikes. Ruffin kicks and deals the 0-2. 0-2 will just miss little low and in. So count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Ruffin, the 5th pitcher to be used by Plainsmen here tonight. Humphrey went an inning and 2/3. Bunch an inning and a third. Asher Hastings and Griffin Myers both went an inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ruffin comes set. The 1-2 to Bischoff. He swung on, skied up right field side, foul territory. De La Cruz, the first baseman, will give it a chase. But it'll land foul over near the Spuds dugout, so count still 1-2 from Jalen Ruffin to Owen Bischoff. And Spuds well in control of this one. They lead this one 11-2 here in the top of the 8th. Trying to again salvage one of this 3-game series after the Plainsmen won games 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ruffin looks on to Bischoff. Ruffin looks on righty to righty with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. The 1-2 from Jalen Ruffin. Fastball up. So count will now even out 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 from Jalen Ruffin to Owen Bischoff with one gone. Runners at first and second for Canyon County here in the top of the 8th. Ruffin comes set, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Bischoff. 2-2 fouled off. Let's take our annual look at the Independence League scoreboard. Fremont and Hastings currently in a doubleheader. Fremont took game 1 7-2, and they are up 5-1 in game 2. That game in the top of the 5th. Only other score going on at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Casper leads Spearfish 8-2. That game is in the bottom of the 5th. So there's your look around the Independence League scoreboard. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes the pitch. 2-2 will skip low. So it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes from Jalen Ruffin to Owen Bischoff. Especially with things looking bleaker and bleaker for North Platte here tonight in this game. With Fremont winning 2, that would really hurt in the standings for the Plainsmen in the second half playoff race, with after this game only 8 games left to go for North Platte in the regular season. Here's the payoff pitch by Ruffin. 3-2 will miss just in. Again, another pitch that didn't miss by much. There's been a lot of those tonight. As now the bases will be loaded for Tyler Stone with only 1 gone in the top of the 8th. Stone stands in the left-hander with the bases juiced, 1 gone. The first pitch to Stone. He swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Jalen Ruffin to Tyler Stone. Oh, 1 to Stone. That one will just miss out. So count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Ruffin. 1-1 will just miss up. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1. Ruffin to Stone, righty to lefty with 1 gone and the bases loaded. 2-1 will skip low. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1. Ruffin looks on to Tyler Stone. Stone, who has walked in 2 straight plate appearances. 3-1. Ruffin kicks and deals. He fouled back to the screen, so the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Jalen Ruffin to Tyler Stone. Ruffin looks on with the count full and the bases loaded. Here is the payoff pitch. Popped up right field side. It will land foul. So count will remain full from Jalen Ruffin to Tyler Stone. Three balls, 2 strikes. The count is full. Ruffin looks on to Stone. Here is the second straight payoff pitch. That one will skip low. It'll walk in a run. It's now 12-2 Canyon County in the top of the 8th. Bases loaded, still only 1 gone in the top of the 8th, 12-2. This will bring up Peyton Flynn with the bases loaded. Canyon County will continue to add on here in the top of the 8th. As Ruffin comes set, first pitch to Flynn. He swung on and missed. Fastball gets past Flynn, no balls and 1 strike. The count will start. After Matthew Mandeville scored on the bases loaded walk. 0-1. High fastball swung on and missed. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 from Ruffin to Flynn. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Ruffin. 0-2. Swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts now for Jalen Ruffin in his 2 2/3 innings pitched, and now 2 gone here in the top of the 8th. So bring up Chase Burke, who was hit by a pitch in his last appearance in the top of the 7th. The right-hander stands in with 2 gone and the bases loaded for Canyon County here in the top of the 8th. Ruffin trying to get through his 3rd inning of work. First pitch to Burke is fouled back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike. The count will begin from Jalen Ruffin to Chase Burke. Stone at first, Bischoff at second, Daniel Licks at third. With 2 gone here in the top of the 8th, the 0-1 pitch from Ruffin. 0-1 will catch the bottom part of the strike zone. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes from Jalen Ruffin to Chase Burke. Here's the 0-2 from Ruff. 0-2 will ring him up. A late strike 3 call by Isaac Glanz. It's 2 straight strikeouts for Jalen Ruffin, and that'll be it for Canyon County in the top of the 8th. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. The Plainsmen end up leaving, or the Plainsmen make the Spuds leave 3 on base. Well, at the bottom of the 8th, it's top of the order due up for North Platte with Lawston, Sturgeon, and Higgs. After 7.5, 12-2 the score. Canyon County leads North Platte. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
This is Cannon Rath, stadium operations and in-game promotion.
You're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation when you travel locally or across the country. Adventure to great places.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable with no session fees. And be sure to check out our $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime.
Hello, this is Gracie Wenzel, the marketing and promotions intern for the North Platte Plainsmen. You know us, we're Jimmy John's. Stop by your trusted sandwich shop in the North Platte area at 410 East Leota Street. We offer delivery, pickup, and in-store eating.
The vasectomy gone wrong.
Well, we're back here in the bottom of the 8th. It's another pitching change for Canyon County as the day is done for Nate Galusha, who ends up going an inning, 1 run, 2 hits, no strikeouts, and no walks. As the first pitch from Henry Clark to A.J. Lawston is in there for a strike. Henry Clark, the right-hander, taking the place of Nate Galusha. Henry Clark, 22 innings pitched, 16 runs, 15 of them earned, 23 hits, 22 strikeouts, and 18 walks. He has an 0-3 record as Lawston grounds that one sharply to second. Quinn is on it, throwing to first, and the leadoff batter is gone here in the bottom of the 8th. So Plainsmen now down to the last 5 outs in this one. Henry Clark pitched against the Plainsmen on July 19th. That was the 10-9 victory last night. He ended up getting the loss in that one, going 2/3, 2 runs, 2 hits, no strikeouts, and a walk in the Plainsmen's 10-9 victories. Drew Sturgeon now stands in. Sturgeon with 1 gone, and the base is empty. First pitch to Sturgeon will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Henry Clark to Drew Sturgeon. Sturgeon is 0-2 so far on this one. His last appearance was a strikeout in the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. So count now 1-1 from Henry Clark to Drew Sturgeon. So back-to-back appearances for Henry Clark on back-to-back nights. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark looks on. He now kicks and deals the 1-1 pitch to Sturgeon. 1-1 fastball. Catch the inner half of the plate, so count now moves 1 ball and 2 strikes from Henry Clark to Drew Sturgeon. 1-2, righty to lefty with 1 gone in the bottom of the 8th. Spuds up 12-2. 1-2 pitch on its way. He'll skip low. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So unless a miracle happened, the Plainsmen would drop to 28-16 and 11-6 in the second half. And Fremont, if their scores hold, they will move to 13-3 in the second half. So the Plainsmen would fall 2 full games back if they were to lose tonight, and if Fremont holds on in game 2 of that doubleheader. So here's the 2-2 pitch from Clark. 2-2 is going to be swung on and missed. Drop third strike. Throw on to first will be in time, and 2 quickly gone in the bottom of the 8th. Again, Fremont took game 1, so they are now 12-3 in the second half. Have a chance to get their 13th win of the second half as they are up 7-1 in the top of the 6th over Hastings out at Duncan Field in a 7-inning contest. So this would be a detrimental loss. Again, Plainsmen with only 8 regular season games left to try to catch Fremont. As Connor Higgs will stand in, who's 1 for 3, a single, a groundout, and a flyout so far for him in this one. First pitch from Henry Clark to Connor Higgs will miss low and away. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. So 1-0 to start out Clark to Higgs. As Clark steps back, he kicks and deals the 1-0 to Higgs. 1-0, that one is going to be lifted into right field. Daniel Wicks getting a beat on it. They'll make the catch. Plainsmen go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 9th. They trail this one 12-2 as we head to the top of the 9th. It'll be Barricani, Quinn, and Mandeville due up for Canyon County. 12-2 after 8. North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows? It all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Joe Bob Sugarmaker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything Western. Boots, hats, shirts, jeans, jewelry, even that fancy Yellowstone cologne so you can smell like a cowboy and not the horse he rode in on.
KJ's Boots and Western Wear.
Just off the I-80 interchange in Hershey.
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
Welcome to Scottsbluff County. From Scottsbluff National Monument to Chimney Rock, we are Nebraska's landmark country and a whole lot more.
From trailing in this one 12-2 as Oscar Stark is the new pitcher. Oscar Stark, the right-hander out of Washington State, getting his first pitching performance of this one. A couple defensive changes as well. Angel De La Cruz is at second, with Cade Wood at first. The first pitch from Oscar Stark to Dawson Barricani is in there for a strike. So no balls and 1 strike. The count will start for Oscar Stark. He pitched in the U.S. Military All-Star game. He went an inning, no runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, and no walks. As the 1-1 pitch from Stark swung on and missed. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dawson Barricani, who struck out in his first appearance, or in his last appearance back in the top of the 7th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Off speed is swung on and missed. Oscar Stark gets the leadoff strikeout here in the top of the 9th. Also bring up the 8-hitter Joshua Quinn. Oscar Stark working the assortment of off speeds. Here's now he faces Joshua Quinn, who is 0 for 4. First pitch to Quinn is fouled back. No balls and 1 strike. The count will begin from Oscar Stark to Joshua Quinn. He is now the 3rd position player, usual position player to pitch tonight for North Platte. 0-1, another strike from Stark. No balls and 2 strikes. Now the count from Oscar Stark to Joshua Quinn. No balls, 2 strikes. A pitch from Stark. Off speed will miss up. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And you know, it hasn't been a great night for the Plainsmen, but both teams having a little fun with this one with Oscar Stark as the 1-2 is fouled off. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 to Joshua Quinn. Stark struck out the first batter with Dawson Barricani. Pitch from Oscar Stark, 1-2. Just gonna miss low and in. So count will even out 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's the loudest the crowd has been here so far tonight for North Platte as the 2-2 swung on, softly grounded to short. Lawston's on it, throwing to first will be in time. And now 2 gone here in the top of the 9th. This will bring up Matthew Mandeville, who singled and scored in his last appearance in the top of the 8th. Mandeville steps in as Oscar Stark has retired the first 2 batters he has seen here in the top of the 9th. So Stark looks on to Mandeville. With 2 gone, nobody on for the Spuds in the top of the 9th. First pitch, fastball misses up. 1 ball and no strikes, the count will start. From Oscar Stark to Matthew Mandeville. So Stark, the 6th pitcher used by the Plainsmen tonight, is the 1-0. That one is going to be struck into deep center. But coming over and making the catch is Drew Sturgeon. Oscar Stark with a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 9th. So we will head to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Plainsmen. It'll be De La Cruz, Butterfield, and Stark due up. After 8.5, 12-2. The Spuds lead this one. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Joe Bob Sugarmaker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything Western. Boots, hats, shirts, jeans, jewelry, even that fancy Yellowstone cologne, so you can smell like a cowboy and not the horse he rode in on. KJ's Boots and Western Wear. Just off the I-80 interchange in Hershey.
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
Welcome to Scottsbluff County. From Scottsbluff National Monument to Chimney Rock, we are Nebraska's landmark country and a whole lot more. From our bountiful selection of scenic golf courses, our world-class zoo, the breathtaking Lake Minnetonka, and our family-friendly community events, we have something for you and your family year-round. Come visit Nebraska like you've never seen it. Your next experience awaits you in Scottsbluff County.
Hello, I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022.
Another pitching change as Jansen Lucas will come and close things out. Henry Clark went an inning, no runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, and no walks. Jansen Lucas, the left-hander, will stand in. 6 starts. All of his starts have been his 6 appearances. He's pitched 31 and 1/3. He's pitched 16 runs, 11 earned, 26 hits, 27 strikeouts, and 15 walks. He has an 0-2 record and a 3.16 ERA. Well, I think the Plainsmen have admitted defeat here tonight as Carlton Perkins, the right-handed pitcher out of Cali Junior College, will lead off the bottom of the 9th for North Platte. So Perkins will stand in. Again, he batted in the U.S. Military All-Star game for North Platte, and he'll lead things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 9th with the Plainsmen down at 12-2. So Carlton Perkins, the leadoff man, facing the new pitcher with Jansen Lucas. For Carlton Perkins, he was good in that Military All-Star game as well. He was 2 for 2 with a single, a double, a couple RBIs in that U.S. Military All-Star game. He leads things off in the bottom of the 9th for North Platte. First pitch to Carlton Perkins from Jansen Lucas. Fastball strike, catches the bottom part of the strike, so no balls and 1 strike. The count will start. From Jansen Lucas to Carlton Perkins. So no balls, 1 strike. Lucas comes set. The 0-1 to Perkins. Another fastball strike. It's now 0-2. It's Perkins, Butterfield, and Stark due up here in the bottom of the 9th. And Blake Priest, if they get to him, it looks like he'll be the 4th batter of the inning if they get to him. The 0-2 pitch to Perkins. 0-2 misses up and in. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes from Jansen Lucas to Carlton Perkins. 1-2, Lucas comes set. The 1-2 to Perkins. 1-2, swung on and missed. Strikeout for Jansen Lucas. And now 1 gone here in the bottom of the 9th. Bryce Butterfield will now come in. Butterfield 0 for 1 with the ground out to third so far in this one as he took over for Connor Flagg defensively. As Jansen Lucas looks on to Bryce Butterfield with one gone and the base is empty. The bottom of the ninth, first pitch fastball will miss up and out, 1 ball and no strikes. So the Spuds put in a normal starter to close things out here in the bottom of the ninth for Canyon County. 1 ball and no strikes. Lucas comes set the 1-0 to Butterfield. That one will miss low. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Jansen Lucas looks on to Bryce Butterfield with 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth. 2-0 pitch. 2-0 is swung on and missed. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Jansen Lucas to Bryce Butterfield. After Carlton Perkins led off the bottom of the ninth with a swinging strikeout. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lucas comes set. Here's the 2-1 to Butterfield. 2-1, fastball swung on and missed. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 from Lucas to Butterfield. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucas comes set. Here's the 2-2 to Butterfield. 2-2 popped up on the infield. Stone, the first baseman, chasing after it in foul territory. And they will watch it land into the Spuds dugout. And that's why you always pay attention in the dugout to the games. It looked like a Spud was hit by it as it landed into the Canyon County dugout. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count from Jansen Lucas to Bryce Butterfield after the foul ball by Bryce Butterfield. Oscar Stark stands on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucas comes set. The 2-2 to Butterfield. 2-2 will hit Bryce Butterfield. Now let's bring up Oscar Stark. Stark stands in with 1 gone, and Butterfield leading away from first. And has been a great night offensively for the Plainsmen, but Oscar Stark is a triple away from the cycle as he stands in here with 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch to him. Check swing. It'll miss up. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start from Jansen Lucas to Oscar Stark. 1 ball and no strikes. Lucas looks on to Stark. The 1-0 pitch. 1-0 is fouled back to the screen. So count will now even out 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 from Lucas to Stark with 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth. Plainsmen trailing in this one 12-2 to Canyon County. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lucas looks on to Stark. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball will miss up. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike from Jansen Lucas to Oscar Stark, with Blake Priest standing on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lucas comes set. Here's the 2-1 to Oscar Stark. 2-1 misses up. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike to Oscar Stark. Three balls, 1 strike. Jansen Lucas to Oscar Stark. 3-1 will miss inside. It's 2 straight walks, or 2 straight free bases, 1 on a hit by pitch, 1 on a walk, and now 2 base runners here in the bottom of the ninth for North Platte. As now Blake Priest will come in. Blake Priest, another usual pitcher. Priest in the U.S. Military All-Star game was 1 for 2 with a single and a groundout. Blake Priest taking over for Sage McMinn. And Blake Priest will come in with runners at first and second. 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth facing Jansen Lucas. So first pitch from Lucas to Priest will miss up. 1 ball and no strikes as Brock Hendricks will now stand on deck for North Platte. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Plainsmen trailing by 10, 1-0. Priest is late on that one. Count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucas looks on to Blake Priest with 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth. Butterfield at second. Oscar Stark at first. 1-1 on this low. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Jansen Lucas to Blake Priest. Two and 1. Lucas comes set. The 2-1 to Priest. Fastball will miss. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike from Jansen Lucas to Blake Priest. 3-1 from Lucas. 3-1. That's going to be called a strike. So count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Jansen Lucas to Blake Priest. Lucas looks on to Priest, lefty to righty with 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th. The full count pitch will be struck foul by Priest on the first base side. So count will stay full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So count is full from Lucas to Priest, the normal right-handed pitcher out of Cali Junior College. And the full count pitch from Lucas. Chop grounded to the pitcher's mound. Lucas will get the easy out at first, not risk a double play. So both runners advance, and now 2 runners in scoring position. Into the game now will come Brock Hendricks, normal left-handed pitcher. Brock was the leadoff man in the U.S. Military All-Star game. The left-hander stands in with 2 gone and 2 runners in scoring position. Brock Hendricks stands in, swings and misses at the first pitch from Jansen Lucas. No balls and 1 strike. The count will start from Jansen Lucas to Brock Hendricks. Hendricks stands in with 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the 0-1. 0-1 swung on and missed. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. So Plainsmen down to their last strike here in the bottom of the 9th. No balls and 2 strikes from Jansen Lucas to Brock Hendricks. Here's the 0-2. 0-2 will ring up Hendricks, and that will be it. Well, Plainsmen, although they had a little fun there at the end, it's still a very disappointing loss as they lose this one by a final score of 12-2. So they now fall to 11-6 in the second half and find themselves down by probably 2 games to Fremont as they are up 8-1 in the top of the 7th. Our Nebraska Land Bank post-game show is coming up, including a possible conversation with head coach J.M. Kelly as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Here at Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef, ranch-raised, grain-finished Nebraska beef.
Hi, this is Tommy B from the Nebraska Athletic Club here in North Platte, Nebraska. And I want to welcome you to not just North Platte, but to the Nebraska Athletic Club. Nebraska Athletic Club, here we have about 8,000 square foot of pure fitness. Cardiovascular, strength training, multifunctional machines, you name it, we have it. So if you want to come down and give us a try, come down and visit with us, take a tour, we welcome you to come and see us. Again, 8,000 square foot of pure fitness. And one thing I want to let you know is that even though we're probably one of the largest fully equipped, we're also less expensive. Our prices only go from $19.95. If you're in protective services, which is fire, police, medical, military, it's only $14.95 plus tax. And one exciting thing too is we don't do contracts here. We have a small activation fee and you have a small deactivation fee, and that's it. We don't have contracts here at the Nebraska Athletic Club.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hibner's. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hibner's trusted staff, serving North Platte for 65 years. Hibner's Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
Why do they call it peg leg?
The brewmaster does only have one leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator snatched his leg right off, but he killed that alligator, kept the barley. That's why the beer is so good.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Developing Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photo.
Back with you on our Nebraska Land Bank postgame show. I am joined with head coach J.M. Kelly. Coach, thank you for joining me here on the Nebraska Land Bank postgame show. And Coach, a tough 12-2 loss for your guys here tonight. They kind of jumped ahead early, and it just seemed like you guys weren't able to kind of come back from that early jump. What did you see here tonight?
Just a game where we knew odds weren't in our favor, and that's not to say we didn't come out and play hard. I think we could have played harder. This is the last day on a 13 or 14 day in a row stretch, and much needed off day tomorrow. We're not going to harp on this one too long. We're not going to sit on this one too much. It is what it is. It's a loss. You know, every loss counts the same, no matter if it's a 1-run game or a 10-run game. So, you know, we'll regroup tomorrow. We'll kind of take a break from all of this, and we'll get back after it in Hastings on Tuesday or whatever day it is. I don't even remember what day it is at this point. So,
you mentioned 14 games you guys will have played in 13 straight days. So what are you going to be? What's your biggest takeaway from what your group and how they were able to handle this long stretch?
I think we went somewhere like 10-4, somewhere in there. So that I feel like that's pretty good. Obviously, you feel like you should have won some games in there, but then there's also some games in there where we shouldn't have won, and we did. So, you know, I just think you look back at it for what it is. We still have a good opportunity. I think Fremont won both games tonight, so they pulled away a little bit, but we still have a really good opportunity to get in that final playoff spot. I think we've got 8 games left now. We just have to keep getting after it every single day from this point, and you know, we'll see what happens at the end of this.
A couple guys last games tonight with Sturgeon, Stark, Higgs. Just what have those guys meant to this program for you?
Connor has meant a ton. Oscar's been here since the beginning, really since that first series in Fremont. So he really has only missed 6 games, and then Sturgeon getting here in July and has given us everything he's had for the past 3 weeks. So, you know, it's going to hurt missing those guys. You know, but we'll continue to do what we've done every time we've lost guys. We've got some more guys coming in, and you'll see some new faces. We're going to finish this thing out. You know, we're going to give it all we got. When we recruited this team, we told them let's have the best record at the end of the regular season. And, you know, even if Fremont wins tonight, we're a half game back behind that. So, you know, that's the weird thing about the playoff setup and all this. We can finish with the best record in the league at this point and still not get in the playoffs. So, you know, obviously we're going to shoot for the playoffs, but our main goal at the beginning of this was the best record in the league, and that means we were the best team overall. So we'll continue to shoot for that goal, and you know, from here on out, you know, we've got, I believe, 8 games in 10 days. So, you know, that's plenty of opportunity for the pitchers to get in there and throw, position players to get the ABs to finish out the summer, and you know, at the end of that, I feel like we'll be happy with where we're at.
Well, appreciate you stopping by. It's been our head coach, J.M. Kelly, on our Nebraska Land Bank postgame show. We'll step aside one final time, get you a final look at this one. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Adventure. You'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with Adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far. Choose from a variety of travel opportunities with competitive pay, and adventure to great places. Go to driveadventure.com and apply today. All drivers must be 25 years old with an active CDL.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows? It all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall, and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles, start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime, downtown North Platte. Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment.
Final numbers in this one. John Willis back with you from our Nebraska Land Bank post-game show. For Canyon County, they end up scoring 12 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 14 left on base for North Platte. 2 runs on 8 hits, 4 errors. They leave 6 on base. Clay Rickerman gets the win. He is now 2-3 on the season. For Billy Humphrey, he will take the loss. He is now 5-2. It was really that big 6-run top of the second that really just separated this one. It felt like no momentum could really get back after that for North Platte. But they'll look ahead to Friday. They get a much-needed off day. Again, 14 games in 13 straight days. They get an off day tomorrow. They will head to Hastings on Friday, 6:35. First pitch, pregame show beginning at 6:20 on the Plainsman Radio Network. Citrus 3 in our mobile app, available on Android. Let's get you a final look at the scores around the Independence League. Fremont, it looks like, will take both games of the doubleheader. It took game 1, 7-2, and they're up 8-1 in game 2 in the bottom of the 7th. And out of Black Hills Energy Stadium, Casper leads Spearfish 8-7. That game in the bottom of the 6th. Well, that'll wrap up our coverage here from Billwood Field, the end of this 6-game home stretch. Again, join me coming up this Friday from Duncan Field in Hastings. Pre-game show beginning at 6:20. The first pitch at 6:35. Plainsmen dropped this one 12-2. The record is now 28-16. I've been John Willis, and you've been listening to and watching North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
You've been listening to North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network. Visit northplatteplainsmen.com for information regarding tickets, promotions, merchandise, and much more.